Standing Nationals, Pirates with the traveling gray tops and bottoms here today. Cavalli ready. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a strike on the outer edge. Mark Wegner calls him as he sees him. He's the crew chief with Carlos Torres on at first base, Nate Tomlinson at second base, and Bruce Streckman umpiring at third. 92 degrees at game time, and the breaking ball just misses off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, throws pretty hard, Cavalli. Averages over 96, but the fastball's been getting hit. Not so much with his off-speed stuff, knuckle curve, sweeper, changeup.
The pitch, and Griffin takes inside. It's 2-1.
I would say the knuckle curve, probably the pitch he likes to throw the most of the 3 off-speed pitches.
Pirates saw him earlier this year. Here's a 2-1. Griffin swinging a miss. 2-2 now. Probably going to benefit someone like Griffin. You know, second time around seeing some of these opposing starters.
Yeah, I think anytime you get familiar with your opponent, and you know, as you accrue service time, you face these teams more and more. You're going to get more comfortable.
2-2 is swung on and dribbled right up the first baseline. It'll go foul. Washington in the field today. Dalen Lyle in left. Dylan Cruz is in center. James Wood is in right. Curtis Mead at third. C.J. Abrams at short. Yorbi Bibas at second base. Luis Garcia Jr. is at first, and Keibert Ruiz back behind the plate.
Yeah, I know some hitters. Well, there's obviously video, but I think it helps if you kind of keep a notebook of the pitchers you faced. Try to remember how they threw to you, what kind of stuff they had, maybe something you had trouble with.
Here's a 2-2 upstairs, and it's 3-2. Something to jog your memory, maybe, right?
Yeah, I was too dumb to do that, but that would have been very helpful. It's like, oh, I faced him before? And no recollection.
But then guys change, too. So if you have something written down, maybe it's changed by the time you face him again. Here's a swing and a comebacker. Pass the mound to short, charging Abrams, and he'll hold on to it. Griffin too fast. It's an infield hit for Connor Griffin.
Yeah, once again, Abrams just not in a position to make a throw. He had time to get around it. It would have been a tough play, but I thought it was worthwhile to get a throw off. But, again, he had time to field that ball on his right side. He opted to get it on his left side. On a slow chopper, you can get around it as an infielder. And so, from glove to hand, I don't think he had a handle, so he chose to hold on to it.
Well, Griffin will benefit, and so will the Pirates. They got off to an early lead yesterday and coasted. Brandon Lau drove in 2 yesterday. He's batting here against the right-hander Cavalli. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Lau at 242, 20 home runs and 60 RBIs.
Really hoping that he's a late ad. I thought he was very deserving of making the All-Star team. Disappointment after hearing the news. Just one representative from the Pirates.
And a toss over, and Griffin and his 19 steals are back. Yeah, for Lau, the fans voted in Ozzie Albies. And probably the top performer at second is either Lau or Bryce Terang, depending on how you like to look at the numbers. And so Luis Arias may be in that mix somewhat. And every team's going to have somebody. Swinging a bunt, foul, and 2 strikes. Lau doesn't often bunt. So Arias does make it from the National League.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I mean, always been a good hitter. Not all that productive in terms of power.
And I'm just kind of glancing through here, but I don't know if the Giants had anybody else, so that might be why.
I thought they had...
Who do they have? I'm just glancing.
Webb.
Oh, Logan Webb did make it. You're right.
That's why I was surprised.
Yeah. So Terang not on there. And to me, the 2 best second basemen in the league are Lau and Terang.
Without a doubt.
And neither right now are All-Stars. But that sometimes changes. 2 strikes on Lau. toss over to first, and Griffin is back. So the Pirates stole 4 bases yesterday, and they stole 4 bases the day before against this Nationals outfit. They hadn't stolen 4 in back-to-back games since 1987.
Oh, wow.
And the last time they stole 4 or more in back-to-back games against the same team was 1979.
That I believe. A lot of stolen bases back then.
Yeah, Omar Moreno chiefly among them in both of those games against the Mets at Shea Stadium. Swinging a foul back and still 2 strikes. Sometimes I like to say these things because maybe you remember the game. It was a 15-inning game in September. John Stearns singled off Jim Bibby, who came in for Rooker late in that 15th inning. Anyways, the Mets won game 1 of those 2 games in September out at Shea in 15 innings. So that's why the Pirates got 4 stolen bases, a couple of extra innings. And this could be roll a balk here. Excuse me. I was looking at Jim Bibby's name.
Yeah, just a throw over. I didn't see a lot.
Oh, that's 3 disengagements. He lost track.
Oh, no kidding. I was going to say, I didn't see anything with the move.
And that's what it is. Yeah, he already had thrown over twice.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's the second time I've seen it. And what's the rule? Been around for 4 years now? 4 seasons? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Allow down on strikes. Still advances the runner to second, though. Somehow. 1 out. And now Brian Reynolds will bat with a man in scoring position. He's been really good in that scenario. He's 10 for his last 17 with runners in scoring position. He's generated 55 runs batted in. Cavalli lifts a leg and looks back to second. Griffin has stolen 19. And so you think about it, at least entertaining the thought of trying to get to third with less than 2 outs. Griffin entered today only 4 more in the National League with more stolen bases. And it's inside for a strike right on the inner edge, perhaps, to Reynolds. O'Neill Cruz still ahead of Griffin in the stolen base department. You talk about the worthy all-stars. If Cruz hadn't gotten hurt, that guy was going to be an all-star for the first time, I think. Swinging a ground ball right up first. And that advances Griffin to third, but now 2 outs as Reynolds bounces out. He was the only player on a 30-30 pace, and I was looking at it today. Cruz, if he kind of kept on the same pace he'd been playing on and stayed healthy, he'd have 19 or 20 home runs right now. He'd have 29 or 30 steals right now. And no one's doing that in baseball this season.
Yeah. That was encouraging news that they are still hopeful that we'll be back in the lineup sometime in July.
If you heard Ben Cherington on with Jason Mackey on the Pirates Insider Show today, getting you that update. Griffin at third with 2 gone for Esmeralyn Valdez. Pirates rookie. Swing and a miss, strike 1 from Cavalli.
And thankfully, because of guys like Valdez and Jake Mangum, Pirates have still been productive offensively without O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah, as good as Cruz is, you can kind of weather the storm because of their production. Here's an 0-1. Swinging a foul back. Valdez hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. 8 for 16. He's hitting .333 overall, a 9-game hitting streak, slugging at .712.
Yeah, so you've gotten the slug from Valdez that you lost with Cruz. You're getting the speed from Mangum. Plus, he's hitting well over 300.
Yeah.
Since Cruz went on the IL.
Mark Wegner, the plate umpire, had a brief conversation with Cavalli, the pitcher.
Given the catcher some time, that foul ball, I think, might have got him in the mask.
Griffin can get a big lead off third here with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Valdez. No score first inning. Cavalli comes home, way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, Valdez, since June the 19th, second in OPS in all of baseball, behind the Nationals' first baseman Luis Garcia Jr. Now 1-2, and the pitch. Valdez strikes out swinging, went for that slider down and away, and the inning ends. So a leadoff hit, left stranded at third. We're through a half inning. It's the Pirates nothing, and Bubba Chandler takes him out. We'll be back after this on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Looking for
And he'll face James Wood, who homered on the first pitch of the game yesterday. He'll take outside for ball one. An immediate threat in the box for Washington. And the pitch, a little bit away. Now 2-0 on Wood, who has hit 7 leadoff home runs this year. 23 all told. That's third most in the National League.
It'll be interesting to see how he handles these lefties. He's been really good against righties.
And it's inside 3-0.
And I think the walks are the big one. He has been better with his command. In the month of June, walked 3 in one start. 2 or less than the others.
A 4-pitch walk to start James Wood.
That's the one thing, with Bubba and, that big arm and maybe trying to be too fine at times. If the fastball commands there, he's going to be tough to hit. But if he can't get ahead against this lineup.
And the first one's in for a strike.
I think pitching after Braxton Ashcraft would encourage you to pound the zone. Ashcraft, he didn't have his best command yesterday, but still, always on the attack.
And it's outside here. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike on Garcia, who's been the hottest hitter in baseball over the last couple of weeks.
And to say that about Braxton, he didn't have his best command yesterday. He still threw 2/3 of his pitches for strikes.
Now a strike. And it's 1-2. And sometimes command can still mean strikes. It's just that you're living in the heart of the plate and guys will hit you real hard, and it didn't happen with Ashcraft either. And the pitch swung on, popped up. Third base side, Nick Gonzalez there this afternoon, right at the bag, and he'll make the catch. It'll be ruled in fair territory. That's the first out, second batter. Hot hitter Garcia is retired. Pirates in the field today. Tyler Callahan gets a start in left field with Mangum in center. Valdez is in right. Gonzalez at third with Griffin and Lau in the middle. O'Hearn across the diamond at first, and Andy Rodriguez pairing up with Bubba Chandler. Now Curtis Mead takes a strike at the knees.
I like that, at the knees. I think he's been doing a better job of that, throwing that fastball down in the zone for strikes.
Here's an 0-1 and a swing fly ball center field, deep but playable. Mangum shy of the track, and he'll grab it for the second out. And in talking with him a couple weeks ago, that's by design. He had found that the hitters were starting to notice anything up is going to be the fastball, and so they were going for it, and then maybe varying it a little bit. And they give up on that fastball, he said, too, sometimes when it's low in the zone like that. Yeah, especially if you know a guy that's predominantly fastball heavy and up in the zone. That's where you're going to look. And so, if it's up, you're going to let it fly. If it's low, you're going to let it go. And Abrams swings and lofts one to deep right, but playable for Valdez. He'll make the catch in a quick inning for Bubba Chandler. Retires the side on 11 pitches after that 4-pitch walk. And we're through 1, no score here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Can stay after the game. Zambelli Fireworks, brought to you by EQT. Go to Pirates.com for some tickets. Ryan O'Hearn will start it off against Cade Cavalli of the Nationals. Right-hander delivers, and it's a little bit down for ball 1. Nick Gonzalez and then Andy Rodriguez to follow. Third baseman Mead playing up the baseline, but about toes near the grass for O'Hearn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Why might a third baseman play that way for a guy that doesn't bunt?
Yeah, a good question. That's a wonderful question. I mean, I think there's times that you'll play in if a hitter has a thought of bunting, and a guy like O'Hearn's not hitting many ground balls to the left side anyhow. But yeah, with O'Hearn, there's no reason for it.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cavalli staying away with that fastball a good bit so far from those lefty hitters. Mead retreated after the first strike came in. Now it's outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Changeup moving quite a bit. Started away and then ended up way outside. Cavalli inputs the pitch that he'd like to throw on his hip with the PitchCom system. Here's a 2-2 coming in tight that time, 3-2. Cutter pretty firm cut fastball at 95 miles an hour. Definitely had some movement on it.
Yeah, it's funny because it doesn't show that he throws a cutter.
Here's the 3-2. And it's ball 4 outside. So again with that away fastball, but O'Hearn sizing it up, draws the walk to start the inning.
You know, whether he does it on purpose or not, I mean, there are times, of course, fastballs move. Sometimes they sink, sometimes they run, sometimes they cut. Maybe he tries to manipulate it a bit. But that's really a true cutter, though. A fastball that's maybe 1 or 2 miles per hour slower than your fastball, 3 miles per hour slower than your fastball.
Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 1 to Nick Gonzalez.
Yeah, a lot of these pitchers now, their pitch is classified as a cutter, and it's coming in 6-7 miles per hour under his fastball, and that doesn't make sense because that's not how a cutter I know is supposed to work.
Here's an 0-1 and a swing and a foul.
Because you're literally on the side of the ball and you make the ball cut, and you're throwing it like a fastball, and it doesn't typically break down very much. It kind of stays on the same plane and just runs away from a righty if you're a right-handed pitcher. Like an outlighter. It had a different spin than, say, a slider. A slider, tighter spin. That's the one that kind of has more downward movement, more break, comes in slower.
Toss over and O'Hearn back. Boy, they're really paying a lot of attention to Ryan O'Hearn. Flattering.
Yeah, Cavalli seems like the type that likes to throw. I mean, Connor was out there 3 times to first, once to second.
Yeah, he balked him over because of that. 2-pitch, swinging a foul back.
Yeah, I find it interesting. There are some pitchers that want to run. A lot of pitchers are not throwing over unless they're told to do so. Some pitchers want to do it on their own. My guess is with O'Hearn over there, he did it on his own.
He's there with nobody out. Still 2 strikes on Gonzalez, and the pitch swung on and rolled through the left side, a base hit. And O'Hearn will move up a station. And Gonzalez has a 6-game hitting streak. 2 on, nobody out for the Pirates in this scoreless game, and Andy Rodriguez coming to bat.
You have to wonder. I'm sure Cavalli was watching the game yesterday, and 2 strikes on Nick, they throw him a slider, he's on it. And he hits it through the left side or up the middle. So now Cavalli's, he's out 2 strikes, he's probably sitting slider. So I'm going to throw him a fastball in. And then Nick hits it, and he's ready and hits it through the left side.
He could just hit. And here's Andy. Takes down low for ball 1. Nope, strike, excuse me. Rolled a strike on that curveball. 260 batting average, 5 home runs for Andy Rodriguez, one of the top hitters against righties in the time that he's played. OPS over 1,000 against right-handed pitching. Here it is, and it's down and in, skips up there. And 1 ball and 1 strike. And Gonzalez, after that base hit, has his average up to 309. Sixth highest in the league. Swinging a soft ground ball. First baseman will field. And toss over to the pitcher covering for the out. Acts as a sacrifice as O'Hearn advances to third and Gonzalez to second here with 1 out. If you're going to make an out, that's not a bad one.
Yeah, I mean, you're not trying to do that, of course, but again, we talk about putting balls in play. Sometimes you don't get the result you want, but it could help the team. And even here, Callahan, of course, he wants to come up, get a hit, drive in 2, but with the infield in, at the very least, you want to put it in play. Be nice to get it out of the infield, score at least 1. But the point is, put it in play.
And the infield playing up in a scoreless game in the second inning. See that so much these days. First pitch from Cavalli, outside for ball 1 to Callahan. He's been good in the clutch. 316 with runners in scoring position. Slugging almost 800. So not only does he get a lot of hits, but big hits. And the Pirates have been really good with runners in scoring position. 374 over their previous 11 games. 1-0 from Cavalli. Swinging a ground ball through the right side. Base hit. Callahan comes through again. O'Hearn is in to score. And Gonzalez reads it well. He'll score from second with one out. A 2-run single for Callahan. Pirates up 2-0.
It's a beautiful thing. And a lot of times I talk about this, probably more so with Pirate pitchers than I do with the opposing pitchers, is, if you're going to throw a breaking ball in the zone to a left-handed hitter from a right-handed pitcher, you're going to get hard ground balls like that. And it finds the hole. With the infield in, not much range over there. But that was a curveball that was pretty much middle in, right into the bat path.
Now Mangum takes high and away, ball one. And so that kind of thought process, a lot of times teams would play back no score second inning. Concede a run for an out. But with the infield in, that made sure that was going to be a hit, and good base running by Gonzalez. Here's a throw over to first that gets away, and they'll compound the problem here as Callahan will advance 2 bases on the throwing error by the pitcher, Cavalli. You're right, he likes to throw.
Yeah, it's almost predictable that he's going to throw over there. I mean, if he's going to throw over, 3 times with Connor at first and once with Ryan O'Hearn at first, there's a good chance he's going to throw over with Callahan at first. And I say this all the time, and I said it yesterday. If you want to hold runners from stealing second, be quicker to the plate. Throwing over rarely does you any good.
Ruiz will come out to confer with Cavalli, and we'll pause 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network.
HD1 Pittsburgh.
Nationals have the lowest fielding percentage in baseball, and that includes their pitchers.
It's funny. I of course, know Cavalli and have seen him pitch, and really didn't know how fiery he can be and how intense he could be until 5 days ago.
Yeah.
When he, had a great outing. They had the big bench clear. He was rather chipper, and I think they had to go out there and settle him down. I think he's a little fired up right now.
Man at third now with one out. Infield will play up again here, 2-0 in the second. Mangum waits the pitch. Swinging a ball line foul left side. Deep enough fly ball scores a run. You hit it past the pitcher up the middle. There's a lot of room. Anything with any steam on it's going to get through. Outfield very deep, as we see these days. Mangum at 307 with a home run. Switch hitter batting left. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball through that hole. Left side base hit. And again with the infield up. Pirates able to bang a ground ball through that hole. And Mangum picks up his 15th RBI. The Pirates garner a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. Good situational hitting by the Pirates.
Indeed. And we talked about Jake Mangum and his ability to bunt and draw the infield in, especially the third baseman. And we were comparing him to Brett Butler. And what Brett Butler used to do, he'd get the third baseman in and then slap it by him. And, man, what a nice piece of hitting.
And so the Pirates picking up 3 runs on 3 singles, walk and an error. Mangum can steal a base, so Cavalli will throw over to first. Garcia, second baseman by trade. He had a lot of issues with throwing, so they moved him over to first base. No issues with hitting, though. They've been really good. Griffin bunting, but foul, angling it. It's a little too much. They hit it into foul ground. Strike one. Mangum with an infield hit last inning. Already getting his second at bat, and Cavalli sulking around the mound now.
Yeah, he looked like he was mad that Connor tried to bunt. And so he is pretty deliberate to the plate, too. I can imagine Mangum gets a decent jump. He's going to be off.
1 out still. And an 0-1. And it's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to hold a little bit there.
And was a little quicker to the plate on that particular pitch.
Now, opponents are 6-4-8 trying to steal against Cavalli. So middle of the pack or so. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Maybe a little bit easier to run on than some. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled off and down and away. Breaking ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pirates have a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. They scored 4 times in the second yesterday morning. Break a 1-1 tie. Mangum is at first with 1 out. 2-2 is low. Now 3-2 on Connor Griffin. Since he turned 20 coming into today, he's hitting .310. And that doesn't include his first inning single. See if Mangum goes with a full count. And 1 out. And think of the same thing. Another 1-hop throw over by Cavalli. Garcia had to backhand that on a short hop into the path of the runner. Cavalli's already made 1 throwing error this inning. 3-2, not going. The pitch, swinging a ground ball, rolled to third. On a second, there's 1. Relay safe. Griffin able to beat out the back end. And the ball came out anyway, so that guaranteed it. .5-4 force on Mangum. 2 outs. Nice hard slide into the bag for Mangum, too. Son of an NFL player.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Don't make it easy.
And now Lau gets to bat with 2 outs. Tied for the most 2-out RBIs in the league. Toss over to first. And Griffin is back. So that's 1 throw over. Cavalli threw over 3 times when Griffin was on in the first inning. And it resets for each batter. So to throw 3 times over creates a balk. Swinging a comebacker, gloved by Cavalli. And he'll fling it onto first from the mound. And the inning ends. Pirates pick up 3 in the second. And we'll go to the bottom half. Pirates lead the Nationals 3-0 here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by outside for ball 1. High and away. With that first pitch fastball at 97. Dylan Cruz and then Jose Tena will follow. Here's the pitch. And it's in tight. Again, at 2 balls and no strikes now on Lyle. hitting at .259 with 10 home runs. And the pitch. Swinging a foul left side and into the seats. Lyle had that big game on Friday. Nationals took game 1. Had a couple of home runs, knocked in 4, also doubled. Here comes it, 2-1. Swing and a foul back. The Country Weekend is coming your way next weekend. Saturday, the Brewers are in town for a 4:05 game. The first 20,000 will take home a Pirates cowboy hat. That's brought to you by Sugardale. Go to pirates.com/Country Weekend. Chandler on a 2-2. Swinging the ball guided on the ground to second. Lau up with it and on to first, 1 out.
Good job of coming back there after falling behind 2-0. Came right at him with 2 fastballs. Got some late swings. And then finished with the changeup. Good changeup down and away. That's what you hope for. You know, you don't always need the strikeout. Throw the changeup. The hitter's trying to get the bat head out. They roll it over.
Here's the pitch to Dylan Cruz. Swinging a liner into center field. Mangum in a few steps. Another quick out. For Chandler, he had an 11-pitch first inning. That'd be interesting to hear what the reporters say after the game. Looks like Chandler's maybe letting off the gas just a little bit, maybe in an effort to locate the fastball.
Yeah, it's like more like 96, 97 instead of the upper 99, 100 we've seen from him.
Here's Jose Tena, and it'll be a strike. Tena had 226 with 4 home runs. He homered on Friday. And the pitch, a little bit up that time. And now 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the set and the pitch. And it's outside with the fastball missing. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and nobody on in the Nationals' second inning. Pirates lead 3-0. Lefty batter waiting the pitch. That's outside. And now 3-1. Looks like a changeup from Chandler. Yep. Trying to work that into the mix now. Going to see a lot of lefties today. 7 of the 9 will bat left-handed against him. 3-1 pitch. Swinging a liner into right field. It's going to fall in front of Valdez for a base hit. First hit allowed. 2-out single to right for Tena.
Yeah, pretty predictable. You know you're going to get a fastball there. 3-1 count. Look for a fastball. Get the bat head out. And the difference between pitching ahead in the count or behind the count.
I loved Chandler's changeup last year, and hasn't thrown it as much this year. Here it is, and it's inside ball 1. I wonder if he could get to the point where he could use that in those types of counts sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, 3-1, nobody on.
Don't mess around.
No.
There goes Tena. Pitches a ball, throw down, right on target, but just a little bit late. And Tena with a stolen base is 3rd. Nationals run a lot too, just like the Pirates have in this series. Opponents are 22 out of 23 with Endy Rodriguez behind the plate.
Pretty close. I mean, the ball short hop Lau, or Griffin rather. And if he gets a tag on him, they may have gotten the call, but you know, they're kind of looking to see because the ball got into Griffin's glove and Tena was maybe a foot from reaching the bag with that left hand. Went with a real wide slide, was reaching. He was kind of outside the bag, reaching with that left arm. But it looked like Connor didn't hit the jersey.
Here's a 2-0 and a firm fastball strike. Now 2-1. Yeah, it was a good pitch to throw on, and it was a good throw on target. Short hop. 2-1 pitch. Swinging and a little liner tailing foul left side. Count even on your beat, Bebas. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 252 hitter with 3 home runs. He's a 132 hitter, though, with runners in scoring position. Pirates lead 3-0. Nationals batting in the second. Most of the folks here trying to be under the cover if they can. Although hazy cloud cover today. Not quite as hot as yesterday. Here's a 2-2. Swing, fly ball, deep left of center. Mangum to the warning track with room. He'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. So a 2-out single left on for Washington. We're through 2 innings from D.C. Pirates 3 and the Nationals nothing on the Pirates Radio Network. Presented by Iron City and IC Light. Pirates are built. A 3-0 lead. Brian Reynolds will lead it off. He's enjoyed hitting in this ballpark. 17 games here, 17 RBIs coming into today. Then the rookie Valdez and Ryan O'Hearn. Cade Cavalli, the right-hander of the Nationals, offers. And a fastball strike. Yeah, that arm side fastball, almost all of his fastballs have been to that side of the plate, lefties and righties. That's always the easier, probably, of the 2 spots, I guess, right? For
yeah, I would assume so.
Way to the lefties and in on the righties. It's outside that time, 1-1. Reynolds bounced out to first his only time. Well, you've pitched. You were telling us the other night how you pitched.
Yeah, I mean, I would think he's in the middle of the rubber. I mean, the arm, you don't have to get as much extension.
Pitch is swung out and driven high and deep out to center. Cruz back to the wall, and there it goes. Home run for Brian Reynolds. No, he's at it again here in Washington. Home run number 13, and the Pirates lead 4-0 on the Reynolds home run.
It was such a nice swing. I don't believe it was a fastball, maybe a changeup. It looked like something middle in. Yeah, it was a changeup. Actually, it wasn't middle in. It was middle away. And he just stays back on it, maybe sitting on it, and crushes another.
A sheet shot for Brian Reynolds. Inside ball 1 to Valdez. Yeah, he crushed it. Yeah, that's a great way to say it. There's a tall wall out to the right of the 402 marker in center where the stands begin, and he hit it out in the first row, right in the corner out there. You got to get it over that wall in one of the deeper parts of the ballpark. Grounded foul at third. And 1-1 on Valdez. That's strongman territory out there.
It sure is. Plenty of distance.
StatCast will rule that at 399. I feel like it was a little farther considering the height, but that's okay. Swinging a foul back, 1-2.
Well, the one thing, it is a pretty sharp angle from the 402 mark, which is just right of straightaway center.
Might be a little deceiving then, huh?
Yeah, so, I think that's why they have that higher wall there. I mean, it's not the deepest gap.
1-2 on Valdez. Swinging the tap, foul.
The way these outfield walls are, the right field line, 335, and then the fence in front of the bullpen juts out to straightaway left, and then from straightaway left into center, it kind of angles back in.
Here's a 1-2 coming. Swinging a foul back, good pass.
You think about all the older ballparks, the cookie cutter stadiums where the fences were all, just uniform all the way around, just a arc. But now, these newer ballparks, they're all unique. The way they're constructed, the way the fences, most of them have angles now.
Here's the set in the pitch, and a swinging a ground ball foul.
I'm trying to think
There's only one current ballpark that was symmetrical, and they just changed it. It was Kansas City.
Kansas City, L.A., not?
No?
Yeah, I guess they angle out.
Very close, though.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the two I thought of, Kansas City and L.A.
Here's the pitch, and Valdez again chasing on a pitch well outside, and it gets him to strike out again. Haven't seen him do that much at all, but Cavalli's got him to chase a couple of times down and away.
Yeah, maybe just not picking the ball up very well today. You can tell he's trying to cheat a little bit to the fastball and not picking up that knuckle curve spin.
So 1 out after the Reynolds home run, and now Ryan O'Hearn. 4-0 Pirates. First pitch a strike. O'Hearn walked back in the second. Came around to score. Cavalli ready, and the pitch. That's outside. 1-1. And the Pirates scored 4 off Cavalli when they faced him in April back at PNC Park. He only went an inning and a third in that game. Here's the pitch, and it's outside now. 2-1. By far his shortest outing of the year. Nationals want to use him today because likely a decision on his suspension appeal will be rendered tomorrow. 2-1 pitch, swinging a bouncer, foul up first base.
And I'm right in saying he did not get thrown out of the game the incident he's suspended for. He stayed in that game, did he not?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I didn't even know he was suspended till today.
Yeah,
because he wasn't originally the starter. It was Miles Michaelis, so
right.
I did all my preparation on Michaelis, and then see Cavalli's in there today. So read up on some stuff. Here's a base hit by O'Hearn. He caught that ball in lower toward the handle and sent it out into left field for a base hit.
Yep, another good approach, another good swing from Ryan O'Hearn. He got the breaking ball was hanging a bit. He just stays with it.
And there'll be a long chat here as Blake Butera, the manager, is out along with an athletic trainer to confer here with Cavalli. The home plate umpire, Mark Wegner, is out there too. The Nationals have had Eddie Jean warming in the bullpen. Former Pirate farmhand would be making his major league debut. They just selected his contract today. And he's already been warming. So maybe alert to something that has been bothering Cavalli.
I know this. He seems irritable, taking his time in between pitches, and I don't know. Normally, again, these trainers are always keeping an eye on the pitcher. Where most manager, coaches, players, they're following the ball. I feel like the trainers never take their eyes off the pitcher.
Yeah, because they pop right out, see anything that's amiss. He'll continue, and he'll face Nick Gonzalez, third baseman Meade drawn in. Here's the pitch, and it's in tight for ball one. And perhaps I mischaracterized his body language earlier as sulking following giving up a hit. Maybe he's just not feeling right. So 1-0. Gonzalez base hit his only time. Meade playing right near the bag at third. O'Hearn aboard at first with one out. Pitch is hit foul right side. And it's a ball and a strike. 4-0 the Pirates lead. Reynolds led off this third inning with a home run. Gonzalez already with 32 multi-hit games. Most by a Pirate this century before the break is 36. And it looked like a two-seamer inside that time. Or maybe that's his changeup. 1 ball, or 2 balls and a strike, excuse me. 2-1 on Gonzalez. And that was Brian Giles 25 years ago. He had 36 multi-hit games before the break. Well, that fastball came in at 93. I'm not so sure it wasn't a changeup. Swinging a toss over to first and O'Hearn's back. Can't tell you the last time O'Hearn's had to throw over both times he's been on base.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unusual. Again, I don't get it.
So 2-1 on Nick Gonzalez. Here's the pitch home, way outside. Backhanded stop by Ruiz. 3-1. Right-hander Gene ready if needed in the Nationals bullpen. 4-0 Pirates lead in the third. 3-1 to Gonzalez. And it's ball 4 outside. It'll be challenged by the catcher Ruiz.
Pitch is called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Mark Wagner said, hey, Nick, just come back to the plate just to make sure.
Call's confirmed. Washington has 1 challenge remaining.
So they lose the challenge due to the Nationals, and Gonzalez can take off his paraphernalia and take first base. It was less than 1/10 of an inch.
Yeah, that was as close as it gets. No, he might be done.
And Blake Buter is going to come out now and remove Cavalli from the ballgame, it looks like. The last one was not a charged mound visit because he was accompanied by an athletic trainer. And, I'll pat him on the back, and that's it for Cade Cavalli. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Ring Central, voice of your business. Eddie Jean, one-time Pirates minor leaguer, going to make his major league debut with the Washington Nationals when we return on the Pirates Radio Network. And coming on for the Nationals, he was with the Pirates in spring training last year. Eddie Jean, 25-year-old son of a farm worker from Sabana Grande de Boya in Monte Plata, Dominican Republic. 25 years old. Congratulations to Eddie Jean.
Yeah, he was a guy that, traded to the Pirates in that Josh Bell trade, and a guy with a good arm that, thought we'd see him at some point, but signed with these Nats going back to his original club back in November. He was closing in AAA, had 9 saves, a 3.60 ERA, 45 punch-outs in 39 games.
And making his major league debut against Nick Gonzalez. First one outside, ball 1. And when you get to the big leagues, you got to arrive in style. He took the bullpen cart from right field and it deposited him in front of the Nationals dugout, and he just walked from the little cart out to the mound there.
That's so great.
Hot day here in Washington. Why not? 1-0, and the pitch to Gonzalez. It's a strike. 1-1. Johan Ramirez did that yesterday with Dennis Santana following suit later on in the game. I didn't even know they had a bullpen cart.
Yeah, this is the place. I didn't think they used it, but I knew they had one.
There's the pitch. Swing, fly ball, right field. Got underneath it. Wood fairly deep right. Runners will get back to tag. Catch is made, and Wood has a good arm. O'Hearn's just going to draw a throw. Gonzalez flies out to right. 2 men are gone. And now, sorry, did I miss something up? What did I do there?
I don't know.
Oh, Gonzalez. Wait a minute. That was Andy Rodriguez batting.
Yeah, Gonzalez walked.
Okay. That's where I messed up. Thank you. I have to write that on my scorecard. Okay, so that was Rodriguez to fly out. Excuse me. How did O'Hearn get to second? So 2 outs. Thank you for that. Here's Callahan, who had the 2-run single his last time. If it's not written here, what do they say about Ron Burgundy? He'll read anything you say.
Yeah. Well, as soon as the pitcher left, you ran to the restroom and forgot to put down the walk, I'm guessing.
2 strikes to count. So O'Hearn is at second. I'm telling myself this. And Gonzalez is at first with 2 outs here in the third. Pirates are leading 4-0. Callahan down 2 strikes. Gene delivers. Swinging the ball roped but foul right side. So that's an easy swing to hit that ball, 300 feet or whatever, 320 down the line.
Yeah, Gene gets it up there in the upper 90s, and he kind of pulled a changeup middle in to Callahan, and he was just a little too quick pulling the trigger.
2 on and 2 out, a run in on the Reynolds home run, and the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The first major league strikeout for Gene. Has a cheering section here to be sure. We'll go to the bottom of the third, and the Pirates now lead 4-0 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. the 12:15 game, and then afterward, a concert featuring multi-platinum award-winning artist Jordan Davis. First one is In for a Strike to Ruiz. You can get your tickets for Sunday, July 12th. Pirates.com/Jordan Davis. The possibility that Skeens will pitch that day, and Jacob Mizorowski on schedule to pitch that day. The couple of the elite arms in baseball. That's down low, 1-1 No guarantees of the probable pitchers, of course, but that's how it lines up right now. And then you'd have Jordan Davis to follow. It'd be the following pitcher or singer. Ground ball foul up first, 1-2. Have we ever come up with a name who follows the opener? Is it bulk pitcher now, or is it follower?
Yeah, good question.
I did that with Bubba once this year. Here's the pitch. And it's a little low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I did it with the Nationals pitcher Zach Littell yesterday. The opener was ineffective, but Littell was good. They were buried early, and the Pirates went on to win easily. Up 4-0 here. 2-2 from Chandler. Swinging a foul back. And now he's up to 99.
Yeah, he's had a lot of rest in between innings. This game's already been going on for an hour. And 32 pitches. Quick first through 11, 16 in the second.
And a 2-2, Ruiz fouls it left side.
Never really knew, how does that affect the pitcher? You wait so long to get a start, 4 or 5 days in between starts, and then if your hitters are up there, well, of course you like it if they're scoring runs.
2-2 is pop foul back out of play. On a hot day like this, definitely want some rest in between innings. But then how much is too much? Start stiffening up or what have you. I guess they're so young. Maybe that doesn't happen. 23-year-old rookie swinging a liner up the middle. That's going to be through, base hit. Griffin almost got there. On a hard grounder up the middle. He was on the second base side of things, but Ruiz with a base hit to start the Nationals' 3rd inning.
Yeah, that pitch was 100 miles per hour.
Second hit for the Nats. And a man on in front of James Wood. Homered yesterday. He's hit 23 long balls. Towering lefty batter. The pitch outside, ball 1. I bring it up every year. I can't believe his dad's name is Kenny.
Kenny Wood, yeah. That's good.
It's that time of year back home, so why not? Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big rip. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Chandler, trying an outside fastball. Now 2-1. So he's dialing it up over 100 now. First couple of innings working more in that 96 to 97 range. There's a breaking ball in for a strike. Nice sharp bender. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, he has struggled against the breaking ball, James Wood. It's just 171 against the right-handed breaking ball.
2-2. Goes back to it, and he's able to check a swing. 3-2.
And really hits the fastball well. 333 against righties, 350 against lefties. OPS against the right-handed fastball, 1100.
Wow. 3-2 is guided on the ground to first, backhanded by O'Hearn. He'll tag the bag, throw to second, and the tag would have to be applied. But sliding in ahead of it is Ruiz. Get the sure out.
Yeah, like that he got the sure out. They might have been able to turn 2. Wood was not running hard. Well, he might have broke it down after O'Hearn tagged the bag, but he wasn't halfway to first when O'Hearn threw it to second.
O'Hearn is a left-handed thrower. Here's the pitch. And it's outside, ball one.
The ball wasn't particularly hit hard. I mean, I'm not saying that you could have got two there. I thought maybe, but he was moving to his left towards the first baseline. I like with the 4-0 lead getting the out.
Swing and a fly ball hit deeply down the right field line. This ball is gone, a home run. And again, it's Luis Garcia Jr., one of the hottest hitters going in baseball right now. He homers to right, and the Nationals cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2 Pirates. He's hit 10 home runs in his last 15 games.
Yeah, I think it was the dreaded breaking ball, breaking in to that left-handed swing. Again, it's a dangerous pitch if you leave it in the zone. It's a good pitch if you can bury it below the zone or even off the plate in.
He turned on it and ripped it out of here. 19 home runs for Luis Garcia Jr. And no one's been hotter. He's the highest OPS in baseball over the last 2 weeks. He's the reigning player of the week. Might be again.
So I decided to look up his numbers against the breaking ball from righties. 328 average, 885 OPS. Third home run.
And fastball in on Curtis Mead following the home run. He backed away, and it's ball one. Pardon me, that's a slider. Just looks fast from Chandler. Mead flat out his only time. 4-2, and a swing and a ground ball foul. 4-2 here in the bottom of the third. Nationals batting. 10th home run allowed by Chandler. Mark Wagner needs some new baseballs. And I don't know if Mead chipped his bat and whatnot.
Well, it was 100 on the hands. And needed a new piece of lumber.
Ball and a strike on Curtis Mead. The pitch missing in, and it's 2-1. And the pitch coming. Swinging a foul. And caught a piece of Wegner, the home plate umpire. After today, the Pirates will return home and then open up a 3-game series against the Atlanta Braves. On Thursday, they'll entertain the Braves for a 12:35 game. Sugardale Dollar Dogs available. $1 hot dogs throughout PNC Park, thanks to Sugardale. That's on Thursday, 12:35 against Atlanta. Go to pirates.com/dollardogs. It gets you some tickets. It tells you all about the process. You pay $1 and then they give you a hot dog. If you pay $2, they'll give you 2 hot dogs. They have a whole conversion chart on there. It's nice.
Easy math. I guess unless you're Chestnut.
What did he get, 67 hot dogs?
I think yesterday? 66 or 67.
Ground ball, diving stop. Griffin from the outfield grass throws to first late. And no way to get Curtis Mead on that bouncing ball. Just split 2 on that left side.
Yeah, that's a good effort. I mean, he had a long way. I didn't think he should have thrown it, but it was closer than I thought. Because not only did he catch it, it might have popped out of his glove, and he picked it up off the grass. I guess you throw it thinking maybe the runner thinks it's in left field and he's rounding the bag. But
the pitch, swing, and a foul back, strike one on C.J. Abrams. So Mead with an infield hit. 3 out of the 4 have hit safely off Chandler here in the third inning. 2-run home run by Garcia has cut the lead to 4-2 Pirates. Abrams flat out his only time. Swinging a foul at the plate, and now 2 strikes on him. Lefty batter. Meade with 4 steals, inching off the bag, not getting a huge lead over there. Swinging a ground ball, second base way. Lau up with it. O'Hearn dove for the ball and gets back to first base late. Abrams will beat it out.
Yeah, that was the problem. Abram recognized it, so he turned it up a notch running through the bag at first base. Lau, after it goes by the diving O'Hearn, had to hold the ball before throwing it to O'Hearn. O'Hearn took a bit. He looks up, he saw Lau got there, so he hustled back. And that pause by Lau and waiting for O'Hearn to get to the bag allowed Abrams to beat the throw.
So 4 out of the 5 have hits now in this inning. Back-to-back infield hits for the Nationals. First and second with 1 out. Pirates up 4-2. Dalen Lyle takes outside for ball 1.
And I didn't see if Bubba got there or not. If he could have kind of hollered and called O'Hearn off.
I didn't see him in the immediate vicinity. Swinging a ground ball to second. Might clean up the inning. On to short for 1. Griffin's relay to a double play. Nicely done. A 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. No further damage. The 2-run homer by Garcia makes it a 4-2 Pirates lead through 3 on the Pirates Radio Network.
Hey, Pirates.
What's going on there, but Mangum got to home plate, called timeout. You could hear him apologizing to the home plate umpire, saying he went back to the dugout, got a towel, took his helmet off. I don't know if it was sweat or sunscreen.
You get sunscreen in your eyes, boy, that stinks. Yeah. Would be hard. So Meade is in at third for Mangum. Hit one past him first time up for an RBI. Pitch way outside. Ball 1 from Eddie Gein. He came on in relief of Cade Cavalli, who lasted 2 1/3 today. Gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned for the Nationals. 1-0 from Gein in his Major League debut. There's a strike. 1-1 on Jake Mangum. That's before his single today. He's hitting .361 since May 30th. Among the leaders, I should say. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mangum.
And Cavalli, you look at his 2 starts against the Pirates. A total of 4 innings.
Not even. 3 2/3.
Oh, yeah.
There's a liner foul.
3 2/3. His first start, he went 3 2/3 against the Cubs. That one, he only gave up 2 earned runs. He went 2 2/3 against Tampa and threw 68 pitches. Only gave up 2 runs in that one, too.
He's been good at times, just not against the Pirates. The Pirates taking advantage. They have a 4-2 lead. 1-2 pitch from the outside. 2-2.
That first inning, he looked good, too. Like a little chopper from Connor Griffin. After that, though, he was sharp. Struck out 2 of 3. Lau and Valdez to end the first.
2-2. Mangum foul tip. It's ruled a trap. You can hear Mark Wegner and said that Ruiz did not catch that before it hit the ground. And now Mangum is being called out. They appealed. And Donnie Kelly's saying, well, hey, why aren't you making the call? Mark Wegner, the crew chief, the home plate umpire.
I mean, there's no way the home plate umpire could see that.
And Mangum saying, hey, there's no way. He's walking up the third baseline with Donnie Kelly. Mangum is 30 feet up the line with the umpire and his manager. He's still contesting his case halfway up the third baseline.
Yeah, he's going to ask for help, which I think is the right play. I mean, at least if you can't review it, at least ask for help. And my goodness, I'm watching the replay. It looks like he caught it amazingly. Amazingly, I don't think this ball hits the ground. Wowza.
Yeah, just got maybe the leather underneath it.
And it was in the very palm of his glove, and he's kind of holding it together. That looked like the glove was going to get out on the dirt, and then he kept the glove and ball off the dirt. Yeah, that actually turns out to be the right call. My argument is the home plate umpire couldn't see it. There's no way he saw that.
And it's to the backstop, ball 1 against Griffin. Well, he ruled it a trap at first and then changed the call.
Yeah, Ruiz changed his mind. Because even watching the replay, he wasn't looking down at the glove. There's no way he saw it.
There's a 1-0, and it almost hit him.
Boy, that ball runs. He got a lot of run on that fastball, and it comes in hot. 99. That's a bit scary because that almost got Connor.
The horizontal break on it, they have that on the scoreboard here, 16 inches. That's how much from the hand to where it crosses the plate is almost a 1.5 foot difference.
Yeah, that's something else.
So how far is a hitter off the plate?
Yeah, maybe
2 feet?
Maybe 18 inches.
Oh, less than that? Yeah. 3-0 is outside and a walk. So the 4-pitch walk to Griffin. Here with 1 out in the Pirates' 4th inning. Pirates are leading 4-2.
Like after that second pitch to Connor that ran in almost hit him, I think he was taking all the way. He's like, well, I don't want to hit that pitch. I mean, 2-0, 3-0 were pretty easy takes, but
so now a man on. Griffin with good speed. Brandon Lau batting. Third baseman Meade playing up the baseline. About 35, 40 feet off the line on the edge of the infield grass for the lefty batting Lau. Did show bunt first time up today. That's down and in, ball 1, 0 for 2.
And again, that does negate some range for the third baseman. He's way off the line, but both feet were on the grass. Now his coach told him to back off.
Here's a 1-0, and Lau assumes a strike, 1-1. It's 97 from Eddie Jean, who was with the Pirates from the time he and Will Crow were traded from the Nationals for Josh Bell until through last year, and then the minor league free agent signed with the Nationals. There goes Griffin. Pitches a ball, throw down on target, a little bit high, and Griffin is in there with stolen base number 20. 20 steals for Connor Griffin at age 20.
It's amazing. The speed. The throw, I mean, it would have been close if it was an on-target throw, but it was well on the right side of the second base bag.
Here's the pitch, and it's down and in on Lau. 3-1 with a man at second, one out. Pirates trying to add to a 4-2 lead here in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Snared by the second baseman Bibas and lobbed on to first for the out. Lau grounds out. He's 0-for-3. Griffin to third. Two men are out. Reynolds homered his last time up, and he's coming up. And so is the Powerball jackpot tomorrow night. An estimated annuity of $416 million. $416 million. Don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. You got to be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. First pitch from Gene, swinging a soft ground ball to second. Bibas has it and on to first for the final out. Pirates lead 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Bubba Chandler delivers. Up and in, ball one. That's some serious chin music right there.
Yeah, that's a scary pitch, 97.
Well, after Connor Griffin getting that stolen base last inning, that means steal a base, steal the deal from Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Hurry over to VIOC.com/steal. That's STEAL. And it's inside 2-0, and you get $25 off your next premium oil change from Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Dylan Cruz flat out his only time. Pitch 2-0 fastball strike. 2-1 now. Jose Tena and then Yorbi Bibas for the Nationals. Pirates are leading 4-2. 2-1, swinging a foul back. Dylan Cruz, the second overall pick in the 24 draft out of LSU. Here comes the 2-2. A little bit up. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
We talked about Bubba Chandler and his ability to get that fastball down in the zone. He just doesn't get as much chase upstairs as maybe he did last year, or certainly in the minors.
3-2. And down low, ball 4.
Yeah, he tried to spot it down on that outer third of the plate.
Second walk today, both have led off innings.
If he can consistently get the fastball down in the strike zone, boy, it makes his breaking stuff so much better. Because, I would think, based on his brief history in the major leagues, if you're thinking up, as he throws, I think, a changeup in there, got a swing way out in front, is Tena. If you can consistently throw that fastball down for strikes, and hitters all of a sudden, their sight's good to protecting down there and trying to hit the ball that's down, and the slider starts down, you're going to get more chase, you would think.
Swing and a miss. And now 2 strikes. Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're looking up and you leave a breaking ball up, you're going to be in a position to hit it. And you're more likely to take the one that's down.
Swing and a foul back. Still 2 strikes on Jose Tena. Base hit his first time. Cruz has stolen 5 bases. He's at first. Nobody out. 0-2. And it bounces up there. Indy will pick it up off the rebound. Throw to second. And he's in there. Cruz advancing on that ball in the dirt. Be a wild pitch. I was just looking at with Connor Griffin stealing his 20th base. I go, it can't be a lot of 20-year-olds. They've had 20 stolen bases in a season. And since 1900, there have been 14. He's the 15th.
Wow.
Just the 15th 20-year-old, or younger, I guess, teenager, to steal 20 or more in a season. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I'm picking some of the names.
Let me guess at a couple.
Yeah, sure.
How about Robin Yount?
Surprisingly, no.
How about Gary Sheffield?
Surprisingly, no.
How about that? 0 for 2.
A lot of Hall of Famers on the list. That's why.
How about Andrew Jones?
Yes. The 14 previous 20-year-olds or younger to have 20 steals in a season, Connor Griffin joining that list. Bouncing ball on a second. Now up with it and on to first for the out. That advances Cruz to third. A productive out for Tena. 1 out.
How about Bryce Harper?
No. Wow. Someone else that year, though. 2012, when Harper was a teenager turning 20. I don't think he turned 20 until that winter. That's right. Mike Trout.
Oh, Trout's a good
49 in 2012 to lead the league. To go with his 30 home runs that year. It's outside, ball 1 to Bibas. But some of the Hall of Famers on that list: Andrew Jones, as you mentioned, Roberto Alomar, Ricky Henderson. Ty Cobb did it twice. And a foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a couple other really good players. Vada Pinson, who was a great hitter for the Reds, hitting coach after his career. Cesar Cedeno. How about Edgar Renteria with the 97 Marlins?
Wow, I should have known.
Pitch is swinging a foul back. So a lot of really good players on that list. You don't get to the major leagues at that age unless you're good, period. And then to put up 20 steals, and Griffin's got a lot of time to go. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch almost hit him in the shoes. 2-2 on the number 8 hitter, Yorbi Bibas.
Infield's back, with the exception of Nick Gonzalez at third. The first couple of swings from Bibas. It didn't look like he was too interested in getting on top of the ball. Big home run swings.
Here's a set in a 2-2. Swinging a ground ball rolled. to first and give up the run and taken to the bag. 2 outs. Give Bibas an RBI. It's 4-3.
And that's looks so easy, doesn't it? Get a runner at second, nobody out. Hit 2 ground balls, score a run. You just don't see it that often anymore. But that's just fundamental baseball. That's good, productive, unselfish outs.
I've been so delighted this year because we've seen it so much more with the Pirates than we have in years past.
Yeah.
Here's Keibert Ruiz swinging a ball foul off his foot, strike 1. But overall, yeah, that the get him over, get him in phrase, that was part of the baseball dialect. P.J. Poulan, left-handed pitcher, getting up in the Washington bullpen. And Ruiz still hobbled. The Nationals catcher meandering around, trying to have that pain subside enough to continue. His first time up, he got a base hit for the first time against the Pirates this year. He had been 0 for 12. Batting with 2 outs and the base is clear. The pitch rides outside. 1-1 on the switch-hitting catcher Ruiz. He was a teammate of O'Neill Cruz's with the Great Lakes Loons, Dodgers A-ball club back in 2017. Fly ball out to short, and Griffin is said to have caught that ball. He caught it initially, and then he rolled over on the ground, and it stayed in his glove. It was visible, but it didn't pop out, as the umpire, Bruce Treckman, said. So the inning ends on a fine play by Connor Griffin, and we'll go to the 5th. It's 4-3 Pirates on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. It's all coming up at PNC Park. Tuesday, Pirates and Braves back home. Get your tickets at pirates.com. Eddie Jean for at least one more batter. Lefty Poulan is up, and O'Hearn, lefty batter, due up next.
You have to wonder if Eddie Jean has gone the 3rd inning, or even gotten, up 3 times, as they call them now, ups.
Pitch, and it's inside ball 1 to Esmeralyn Valdez. Yeah, has he pitched parts of 3 innings in a game this year in the minor leagues? Been their closer, I think, right, in Rochester.
Yeah. 39 games, 40 innings.
And there's a strike. So getting to face Valdez, who has struck out both times against the starter, Kate Cavalli. I'm trying to come up with the answer for you right now. And the pitch. Hit foul, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has not. He had pitched part of 2 innings, but not of 3 innings in any outing this year.
Well, you see why, he's well liked. These Nats and the Pirates.
The pitch, inside 2-2.
You just wonder if there's enough command, enough control. The stuff is good, sharp, looks uncomfortable for a right-handed hitter for sure. A lot of movement on that high 90s fastball.
2-2. Strike 3 call at the knees. Valdez has struck out 3 times today. Yeah, about 4 walks per 9 innings. A little higher than you'd like, but not colossal. O'Hearn is up, and Blake Butera is out. So we have another pitching change coming. Their lone lefty that's available today, Poulin, is going to come in and face O'Hearn here with the Pirates leading 4-3, 1 out, nobody on in the 5th. We're back after this on the Pirates Radio Network.
.25 hits allowed in 34 in a third innings. He's walked 19. That's a bit high. He's only struck out 22, but opponents hit just 205 against him. A 90-mile-per-hour fastball, sweeper, changeup.
Debuted last season at age 29 at a Yukon. And O'Hearn has walked and singled today, batting with 1 out, nobody on the pitch. And it's just off the plate away and down for ball 1. The lefties have 4 for their last 35 against them. It's a 114 stretch there. A matchup here in the 1-0. Just off the plate away. 2 balls and no strikes. Nationals built a big lead in game 1. Pirates built a big lead early in game 2. This is our first contested contest. 4-3 Pirates in the 5th. 2-0 from Poulin. Tried the inner edge and got it. Strike. 2-1.
Bullpen has been a problem for these Nats. And seeing a lot of it, obviously, here today.
2 balls and a strike, and the pitch from the lefty, swinging a foul back, came inside. Now 2-2, that sinker at 89. It was a waiver claim from Detroit last year. Walks a lot of guys. Two and 2 the count on O'Hearn, and the pitch. High and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he seems to be like the opener for Miles Michaelis. Michaelis has 18 appearances, just 7 starts. Guy that we were expecting to see today.
3-2 is down low, and he's walked O'Hearn, so brought in expressly to face the lefty, and he walks him. Gene, in his major league debut, 2 scoreless innings. Had to get him out of there. He's looking good. You mentioned the Nationals' bullpen struggles. It didn't include him until today, so see some of the mainstays, what they're doing. They've been shuffling the deck, though. Here's the pitch. And a half swing of the ball in. And 1-0 on Nick Gonzalez. He's been on base both times, a single and a walk. Pirates lead 4-3. Likely going to need some more in this tight game in the 5th. The lefty Poulin delivers. Swing the ball rolled right side and through. A base hit for Nick Gonzalez. Another 2-hit day for Nick, and 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, he's just so good, and you have to figure that's his approach there, you know. You got a guy that doesn't throw very hard, throws a bunch of change-ups to right-handed batters. So Nick had that big hole to work with over there, catches it deep, blocks it through.
Thirty-second multi-hit game already this season for Nick Gonzalez. Here's Andy Rodriguez, 0 for 2, batting against the lefty here. And the pitch. It's over below for ball 1. Looking for his first hit against the left-hander this year. He's 0 for 16 with 8 strikeouts. Came into today an OPS over 1,000 against righties. Switch hitter. Poulin on a 1-0. Way outside. It's 2-0. That started farther outside than it ended up. Big breaking ball. O'Hearn at second on a walk. Gonzalez hit his way on. Poulin came in with 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Over below, 3-0. Gonzalez, by the way, has his average up to 311. On base all 3 times a day.
Normally, I'd say let him swing. Let it go, 3-0. But the swing is just not the same from this side of the plate.
Might take 2. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Finds the zone with that one. 3-1. Got it up to 91. Got Callahan waiting next. Here's the pitch. 3-1 is hit high in the air to right. Wood underneath it. He'll make the catch. O'Hearn tags and will advance to third. 2 men are out.
It's a pretty good pitch to hit, too, for Endy. And just pulled off it a little bit.
Callahan is 3 out of 4 against lefties, but they'll pinch hit with Jared Triolo here. Triolo in his time pinch hitting, 6 for 11. Lifetime?
That's really good.
So don't see pinch hitting in the 5th inning very often. You must like the matchup significantly here.
Yeah, if there's not a runner in scoring position, I don't think it happens.
A long conference here, Ruiz and the pitcher Poulin. Triolo is a right-handed batter. Callahan is a left-handed batter. Got that right side wide open for Triolo, pinch hitting here. O'Hearn's at third, and Gonzalez is at first. Pirates' lead has been cut to 1. We're in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, center field. Cruz is there, and the inning ends. 2 are left for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 4-3 Pirates on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Protecting that 1-run lead now. Bubba Chandler delivers outside for ball 1.
Bubba went to his hat. He wanted to challenge it.
Did anybody see it?
I guess not.
Here's the 1-0. I didn't. That's down low, 2-0. I've suggested that, maybe it's the third base umpire's job, or and a different umpire other than the plate umpire to watch the pitcher for a challenge. Because I can't imagine the plate umpire can see the catcher and the batter and then the pitcher as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he was signaling the Indy or.
That's what they might have to do, is just say the pitcher can't challenge anymore, but he can yell at the catcher or something. I don't know. No, here's a 4-pitch walk to Wood to start this 5th inning. And so it's the 3rd inning where Chandler's walked the leadoff man. One of the 2 have come around to score. Here's Garcia, who homered his last time up. 4-3, Pirates are leading. Pitch is fouled to the right side. Strike 1 on Garcia. He's been the hottest hitter in baseball the last 2 weeks. Big point in this game, the Nationals have not led. The Pirates had built a 4-0 lead. Now down to 1 run. And a swing and a fly ball. Left field. Foul territory. Valdez long run over there. It'll hit off the railing. Neither he or the third baseman Gonzalez could get there. Just too far away.
Yeah, a good bit of room down there. Yeah, just nobody close enough.
Two strikes on the hitter Garcia. See if Chandler can put him away. It's been difficult. Here's the pitch. Backed away from the pitch that bounced up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the set on the 1-2. Swung on and lined over second. And into right, a base hit. Friolo up with it and retrieve it. So a 2 out of 3 day now for Garcia, and the first two get on here in this 5th inning. And Curtis Mead will bat.
Yeah, he got beat by a hanging breaking ball by Garcia in the 3rd. That time it was the changeup, a 2-strike changeup. It was down. Good piece of hitting from Garcia, being able to stay back long enough to serve that into right.
The Pirates have Mason Montgomery, a left-hander, getting up in their bullpen. We did see with Garcia yesterday, if you bring in a lefty with Garcia up, that you pull him from the game. It's down low, ball 1, or at least late in the game. But Garcia is on now. Abrams and Lyle, the next 2 hitters, are left-handed. Righty batter on a 1-0 from Chandler is over but low, 2-0. He wants to challenge this. He keeps motioning toward the plate umpire, and he
Pitcher
does.
called the ball. The pitcher is challenging.
So Chandler is challenging the 1-0 pitch.
Calls confirmed. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
Over 2 inches below the zone.
Well, before this all got going, a lot of pundits surmised that pitchers would have a low success rate. Hard to see when you're following through, and the emotions of it all. And I think probably the former more the case here. Just hard to see exactly where it is as you follow through delivering a pitch. That one's in there, now 2-1. Orlando Ribalta, a right-hander, getting up for Washington.
Chandler very efficient. First 2 innings, just 27 pitches. Now 57 since then.
2 on and nobody out. Mead waits and the pitch way outside, 3-1.
And so first 6 out, 27 pitches. And he's gotten 6 outs on his last 58.
Here's the set and a 3-1 pitch. And it doesn't get a call. Ball 4, it's just off the plate away. So Chandler's walked 4 today. Came into today allowing the most walks in the National League, but has pretty much cleaned that up recently. Starting to eke back into play here today, and that's going to be it for him. Donnie Kelly has come out, and against the top 3 in the order, all have reached today. So a 4-inning outing for Chandler and a call to the bullpen here in Washington. Pirates have the lead 4-3. We're back after this brief message here on the Pirates Radio Network.
PNC Bank.
Day, and you need one more now than ever with the bases loaded, nobody out, and good guy to bring in to get a strikeout, as Mason has 50 of those in his 34 innings of work. A 2-3 record, a 450 earned run average. 230 hits allowed. Opponents hit 229.
The lefties have not done much against him. They hit just 143 this season. And Montgomery, even with inherited runners, he's stranded 15 of the 18. He's got 3 on here with the Pirates clinging to a 1-run lead. There's nobody out here in this 5th inning. C.J. Abrams takes a strike. Abrams has already driven in 60 this year. 346 average with runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Bounces up there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood walked. He's at third. Garcia a base hit. He's at second. Meade walked. He's at first. The Pirates had a 4-run lead at one point. Here's a 1-1 coming. Up high. 2 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put them.
And all sliders from Montgomery. First 3.
Two and 1 on Abrams. The pitch. Swinging a ball. Dumped into left. And Griffin, a diving catch made. The tag home and safe. Wood tags from third and scores on a sac fly to shortstop. And the Nationals tie the game at 4.
Boy, that's a heads-up play. A lot would argue not a heads-up play, but because if that lands softly, and Connor gets it on a hop, he's going to force him out at the plate, and whether Wood was certain he was going to get there, that's the only scenario that he scores, is if Connor Griffin goes over there and dives, because they're appealing the play at third. Home plate umpire Mark Wegner says he did tag, that he did not leave early. But that's the only way you can score on that. If Connor stays on his feet and it lands safely, he picks it up and throws it home, and he's forced out. If he catches it on his feet, he's obviously not going to score. But Wood only tagged because he dove, and boy, what a heads-up play, I guess, in that sense. A risky one.
So now 4-4 with first and second and 1 out, and the pitch. And a half swing strike to the lefty batting Dalen Lyle. You don't see a run score on a ball hit to the shortstop very often. Runners getting big leads off Montgomery. They'll retreat. The pitch, swinging a foul right back, and now 2 strikes. A 4-4 game. The Pirates once had a 4-run lead. And the pitch, hit in the air, foul left side. Still 2 strikes on Dalen Lyle. 0 for 2 today. Had that big game on Friday. A couple of home runs and a double. Here's the set by the lefty Montgomery. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. And a good time for the first strikeout by a Pirates pitcher today. And for every strikeout in July, Coppers is donating $25 to Blood Cancer United.
Yeah, that's big. Just being aggressive, coming right at them. Well, all told, if you get out of this inning, allowing just the 1, job well done.
Here's Dylan Cruz. He's been really good against lefties this year, hitting .354, swinging a ball fought off foul, strike 1. We're tied at 4, first and second, 2 outs. By the way, credit Abrams with a sacrifice fly, even though he popped to the shortstop, as long as he's in the outfield grass. it can be deemed a sacrifice fly. So, according to Rule 908, swing and a miss, and now 2 strikes. 908D if you're looking that up at home.
I didn't know you had to be in the outfield grass.
Yeah, I saw it once when it wasn't ruled a sac fly, and that's because I guess I want to say it was Kevin Newman was the fielder, or maybe he scored. He was involved in it, so it wasn't that long ago, but it wasn't ruled a sac fly.
I remember Newman catching a fly and Tatis tagging up and scoring.
That was it, yeah. Boy, you have such great memory. Fouled back 2 strikes. I was trying to figure out the example.
I didn't know. I thought it was in the outfield grass, but I don't remember that well.
Yeah, I thought he was playing second base that day. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, he was definitely in the middle.
Or maybe he was stationed over there back before the rule. Both runners take off. Pitches a ball, throw down to third. On target, but late. And a double steal pulled off by the Nationals. Garcia to third and Meade to second. 3 steals for the Nats now today.
That was a huge jump. They literally were moving before Montgomery. Montgomery, when he comes set with the runners on, we did see an inside move, and then he kind of bluffed the throw once. But he'll come set. He looks at home. He might look back at second. He comes at home again, and he delivers.
Here's the pitch. Cruz grounds it foul right between the legs of the leaping runner at third, Garcia, leading off in foul territory. 1-2.
So as Montgomery came set, he looked back at the runner, then he looked back at home, and then there's a pause. And during that pause, that's when, the runners started towards the next bag.
So a base hit now would give the Nationals a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch. And a half swing on a ball up and in. No swing on the appeal. It's 2-2 on Dylan Cruz, hitting .306 with runners in scoring position. 3rd steal for Garcia, 5th steal for Meade. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, a run in, 4-4. Nationals have tied it here in the 5th. Montgomery on in relief of Chandler. His 2-2, swinging a ground ball foul first base way. Caught it deep in on the handle. Montgomery, one of the hardest throwing lefties in the game. That one at 100. He's thrown one at 101 this at bat.
And Cruz just trying to shorten up, put it in play.
2-2. Swing, fly ball. Fairly deep left center, but playable. And it'll be Mangum, the center fielder, to take care of that, and the inning ends. So a good job by Mason Montgomery. The only run scores on a diving play by the shortstop. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 4-4 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Get in the zone.
The new crib came with a pool. I'm out of town, I'm out of state. I just
25 and a third innings pitched in 27 outings, 20 hits allowed, 10 walks, 20 strikeouts.
Jake Mangum will lead it off. Third baseman Meade playing well in on the grass. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. First baseman Garcia playing almost in the baseline. So the Nationals, the last 2 innings, have scored 2 runs on 1 single. They're afforded 3 walks, and that diving catch by Griffin enabled them to score the tying run. Swing and a miss, and now 2 strikes. Griffin catching it just beyond the infield dirt, but a ball that was not up there for long. But they had loaded the bases. So 4 runs charged to Chandler in his 4+. He walked 4, struck out none. He'll get a no decision, as will the starter Cavalli of the Nationals, who went 2 1/3 today. It's outside now 1-2 on Mangum. RBI hit back in the second.
Always interesting to watch pitchers and what they try to do with Mangum when he gets 2 strikes. They just try to expand it even further, because he'll be up there swinging.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball sliced foul.
And does such a good job of protecting up there. Thought he protected his last time up and fouled the ball off, and Ruiz actually made a great play holding on at the very end of his glove.
Still 1-2 on Mangum. Pitch waved it and missed. Ribalta comes up with a strikeout.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good changeup. Opponents hit just 143 against it. 10 miles an hour slower than his fastball. Fastball average is almost 97. Changeup just at 86. Will also throw a slider. In fact, that's probably the pitch he throws the most. Opponents only hit 200 against it.
Here's the righty batting Griffin. Grounded foul at the plate, strike 1. Well, that explains why lefties are hitting just 139 against the right-hander. That changeup.
Yeah, good changeup.
Yeah. 4-4 game. Pirates batting in the 6th. Griffin, a single and a walk today, stole his 20th base back in the 4th inning. Ribalta on an 0-1. Swinging the ball poked foul, backing out of play, and now 2 strikes to Griffin. 4th pitcher for the Nationals already today. Nationals will entertain the Astros tomorrow. Pirates are off, so they can be a little more aggressive going forward.
Yeah, that's why you see Montgomery in the 5th today.
Matson's getting up now. Right-hander for the Pirates. Here's a wave and a miss, and Griffin is down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ribalta.
Connor, slow walk back to the dugout, disappointed that changeup just disappearing. And it was too close to take. It may have actually been in the strike zone.
2 outs, and it is Brandon Lau. And on Tuesday, the Mega Millions jackpot with an estimated annuity of $576 million. $576 million. Lau opens up and swings through it. It's a strike. Don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Got to be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ribalta. I had a strike on Lau on the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Pirates 4, Nationals 4. We're in the 6th. The winner takes the series. Pirates would pull even with the Nationals with a win today as they continue their wild card chase. Pirates entering play today 4 back of the Cardinals for that final wild card berth. Here's an 0-2. Swinging a tap foul. They have to overtake Washington and the Marlins and the Cardinals. And they're tied with Arizona coming into play today.
Yeah, we're in the middle of this tough stretch. These Nats above them, good job splitting with the Phillies. You got Atlanta coming in.
Here's the pitch, and it's outside. 1-2 now.
And, of course, the Brewers next weekend. That should be a fun series. Be nice to gain some ground on them.
Well, the Pirates entering play today 10.5 back of the Brewers. The division leaders have a 6-game lead over the Cubs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball rolled to first. Garcia has it. Flips on to Rabota. And the Pirates go in order in the 6th. And we go to the bottom half. It's still tied at 4 here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Up here to start the 6th. Matson, 4.67 ERA, 24 hits in 27 innings, 23 strikeouts, 13 walks.
And the first one is outside, ball 1 to Jose Tena. So Montgomery faces 3 hitters and retired them all, but one of the 3 inherited runners scored. And sack, can't really call it a fly, really. A sack pop
Yeah.
to the shortstop.
Yeah. And, you know, if you watch it, I'm sure, you know, if the Nats are talking about it, well, it's a heads-up play, tagging on that ball.
Here's a 2-0, swinging the liner up the middle, and a base hit. Lefty batter off the righty, Matson.
You know, as I mentioned before, I mean, yeah, they're going to praise it, but if it would have bounced and Connor would have stayed on his feet and he would have been forced out at home, then it would have been a terrible base running mistake.
I guess if he dove for it and missed it, and unless he collected it right away, then he maybe, you know, if he kicked it away from him or something, he could have scored. Yeah, that's what's fun about baseball. You can talk about plays like that. There's a strike.
Yeah. And we had a play like that earlier where there was a play in left field. There was a pop up the left, and we went halfway, and the left fielder was charging in, and he dove and made the play, and we didn't score, and it was a big run at the time.
Outside 1-1.
And, you know, and that went back and forth. You know, should he have been tagging? You know, if he tagged and the ball bounced, he might have been thrown out at the plate.
Here's a set and a 1-1, and it's high for Matson, 2-1. Facing another lefty in Yorbi Bibas. 0 for 2 with a run batted in today. 4-4 game. Both teams with 7 hits. Nationals have made the error. Pirates have had 3 straight errorless games for the first time since mid-May. Swinging a foul back. And count now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We're seeing Matson throw more breaking balls, more changeups. That was a changeup that was fouled away. And last year, 80% fastballs.
And that pitch until the other night when Garcia hit that fastball above the strike zone out of the ballpark. Here's the 2-2, and it's down and in 3-2. Matson, I think, was 6th or 7th lowest slugging against the fastball last year and this year combined. I mean, you're in the vicinity of the Miz and Aroldis Chapman, Cam Schlitter, and guys like that. Some of the elite pitchers and hard throwers. His fastball in the mid-90s, but guys don't typically hit it. Here's the pitch. And a strike 3 call, throw down to second, a strike him out, throw him out, double play. That really helps. I was just about to mention he might face Garcia again. Not now, after there are 2 outs.
Yep, but that was the fastball at 94. And that's the interesting thing, and I bring this up because when you look at the numbers, he still throws the fastball 75% of the time. And you wonder, okay, Matson facing these lefties to start this 6th inning. Lefties hit 129 against his 4-seam fastball. And the reason I bring up whether changeup or slider, especially the lefties, changeup 750, slider 500.
The other pitches have been getting hit before and after his minor league stint. Fly ball to center, diving try by Mangum. It'll go past him, and it'll go into the warning track, retrieved by the left fielder Valdez. Ruiz ends up at second.
Yeah, you can kind of tell by the route that Mangum was going to go do or die and try to make that play. And it didn't look like he was going to be able to get there. I mean, that's a decision you kind of make, and it's hard to, because it wasn't right in front of him. He had to go to the side, and it might have been too late for him to even pull up and try to catch that on a hop. But, yeah, it was. If he would have made that play, that would have been something else, because he had a long way to go. And he's always out there trying to dive. Problem is, it's a double, and late in the ball game. Well, it should be late. It feels like it's late, but it's only the 6th. But second half of the ball game, do you pull up and leave him at first, where it takes at least an extra base hit or 2 singles to bring him home?
Drew Millis will pinch run for Ruiz and then go in to catch afterward. Yeah, my bet is if he could have played it on a hop, and again, it wasn't in front of him, it was to the side of him. That's the play with 2 men out and nobody.
Yes.
Only he knows if he could have done that or not. It's outside ball 1 to James Wood. Now you got a real dangerous hitter up in Wood, among the RBI leaders, among the home run leaders, most extra base hits in the league. Millis, a little bit better of a runner at second. Here with 2 men out. Tie game. The pitch is bounced to third. Gonzalez comes to get it. And the throw across is true, and a good play by Nick Gonzalez to end the 6th inning. Isaac Matson gets around 2 hits, leaves a man stranded, and we'll go to the 7th, still tied at 4 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
1, 318.
It is Sunday.
Yes. 318 ERA, 56 and 2/3 innings, and 26 appearances, 46 hits, 20 free passes, 52 punch-outs, 217 opponent average.
He'll pick up for Ribalta. Retired the side in order in the 6th. Brian Reynolds is homered today. He'll lead things off. First pitch. And that's outside, ball 1. Lord can give the Nationals multiple innings, too. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Ripped and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reynolds. Pirates built a 4-0 lead. The Nationals have tied it. Nothing tallied since the 3rd for the Pirates against this Nationals bullpen. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Mid-90s fastball. Slider, sweeper. Occasional changeup.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Let's take 10 for the ID on the Pirates Radio Network. Count 2-2 on the leadoff man Reynolds in the 7th. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Stabbed at by Vivas. He's got it. And on to first for the out. 1 away. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pirates gear. Here's Ace Marilyn Valdez, who has struck out 3 times today. Swing and a miss. Late, strike 1. Coming in on a 9-game hitting streak.
I think he used his time out there. A very late swing.
The right-hander Lord delivers. Inside, missing, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Valdez. Pirates 4, Nationals 4. Pirates batting with 1 out in the 7th. Right-hander delivers. Back with a strike and a breaking ball, and Valdez wants to challenge. Pirates have 1 remaining.
Pitch is called a strike. Batter's challenging.
I don't think he thought it was inside.
Calls the ball.
And a dejected Mark Wegner tells us that the Pirates have won the challenge.
I was going to say the same thing. He seems so upset.
I mean, a miss by a fraction of an inch.
2/10.
Yeah. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball on to short, backhanded by Abrams. On the run, throws to first offline. Tag on Valdez by the first baseman for the out.
Yeah, he might have gotten his first baseman hurt as Garcia had to come off the bag and put the tag on. Abrams, he hasn't had a very good defensive weekend and didn't have to rush that throw.
And the 2 outs for O'Hearn, who's been on base all 3 times today. Left-hander Gregory Soto warming in the Pirates bullpen. 4-4 game in the 7th. The pitch. Back with a strike at the knees. O'Hearn has singled and walked twice. Nationals and Pirates have each drawn 4 walks today. Here's the pitch. Down and in near the shoe tops. 1 ball and 1 strike on O'Hearn. Winner will take the series. Pirates trying to pull even with the Nationals, who reside a game ahead of them in that wild card picture. Here's the pitch. Swing, a little pop-up foul left side and into the seats. Nationals were 69-96 last year. One of the great turnaround stories. Announced a rebuild. They traded away their ace starter over the winter. and tore apart the front office and coaching staff. Hired guys all in their 30s, manager and general manager, president of baseball ops, and decided to start over. And lo and behold, they're having their best season since they won the World Series in 2019.
Isn't that something?
Here's a 1-2 to O'Hearn, and it's down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of baseball left to play. The first bellwether's usually Memorial Day. Okay, we've had enough baseball to kind of get an idea. And then the next one's usually Independence Day. All right. Are you a pretender or a contender? And both of these teams are contenders the way that they are in the standings, the pitch. And it's low, making this pivotal series decider all that more important. 3-2.
No doubt.
Full count on O'Hearn with Gonzalez waiting next. Lord ready in the pitch. Swinging a line drive caught by Abrams. It caught him. He was right behind second, and that ends the inning. Pirates go down in order. It's 8 in a row retired by the Nationals bullpen. 7th inning stretch tied at 4 on the Pirates Radio Network. Saw him pinch hit with them earlier in the series.
He's on deck. Figuring 7th inning, good chance that his turn will come up again. So Soto, 4 wins, 2 losses, a .425 earned run average, making his 38th appearance of the year, tied with Ramirez and Santana for the most out of the Pirates bullpen. 24 hits allowed in 36 innings. He's walked 15. He has struck out 42. Opponents hit just 186 against the hard-throwing lefty.
And I was astonished yesterday. It was the 7th inning, and the Nationals had loaded the bases. It was a 5-1 Pirates lead, so Garcia would have been the tying run. He's the hottest hitter in baseball, and they pinch hit for him against Montgomery, the lefty, and they brought in Andres Chaparro, who is a 170 hitter.
Yeah, that was...
but he's a different handedness.
Yeah, very, very iffy decision.
And Garcia here in this tie game, of course, is the go-ahead run. Soto ready to go, and his pitch. Garcia takes down low for ball one. He's already homered today. 2 for 3, a 2-run home run off Chandler back in the third. Lefty Soto ready, in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to first. O'Hearn up with it and on to Soto covering. They get Garcia. 1 out. And now Curtis Mead, right-handed batter, will bat. Here in this tie game, 4 apiece here in the 7th. Pirates built a 4-0 lead. Nationals have worked their way back. That was that 2-run home run by Garcia in the third. Then a leadoff walk came around to score in the fourth without the aid of a hit. And then another walk to lead off the fifth inning came around to score on a single, a walk, and then a ball that the shortstop dove for in very shallow left field. 1 strike now on Curtis Mead. A single and a walk today. Soto offers. Swing, fly ball, back of short. And Griffin calling for it. He'll grab it two-handed for the second out. 2 quick outs for Soto.
Finally, an easy pop-up for Connor Griffin. He made 2 outstanding plays on pop-ups in shallow left. And both he dove for. One a little bit of a snow cone. The other one on that turned into be a sac fly on a great diving play.
That was when Abrams batted. He'll bat here. 1 for 2 today. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Strike 1.
Abrams against the lefty fastball, 359.
But against Soto lifetime, he's 0 for 7. Maybe not this fastball. Let's find out. That's a strike now, and it's 0-2. Well, you can take the numbers and interpret them however you want, can't you?
Sure. Yeah.
Here's the set. And the pitch. Swing, fly ball lobbed into the right field corner. Triolo. It's over and makes the catch to end the inning. Soto retires the Nationals 1-2-3. First 1-2-3 inning by Pirates pitching today. We go to the 8th inning, still tied at 4 on the Pirates Radio Network. Nick Gonzalez already with 2 hits today. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, in fact. Strike 1. He's drawn a walk. Think about how do you get to the finish line here and win this series, win this game today. Well, Soto, big help right there. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, he hasn't pitched in this series until today. Pitched July 2nd against Philly, went just 1 inning.
Day off tomorrow. 0-2, check swing foul. Gonzalez has run his average up to .311. Pirates have been pretty good in this series with runners in scoring position. Missed out on a few opportunities today. 2 for 12. Pitch down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Overall, 12 for 38 in the series.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
316. Had to do the calculator on that one. Bouncing ball foul. Did you do that as a kid? Memorize the batting averages up to a certain number? 20 maybe or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for sure. I knew it was somewhere in that range. 12 for 36 would have been easy.
1 out of 3. 1-2. Hit foul right side. And you look over there and you go, gosh, there's hardly anybody here at the game. No, they're all underneath the overhangs.
Yeah, you look at the last 6 sections from the right field line to the dugout area. There might be 40 people in the seats.
Here's the pitch. And a ground ball past the mound to second. Mibas up with it and on to first for the out, 1 away. But underneath, who knows?
Yeah,
the shaded areas, yeah. Today, not as hot, but still very hot. Temperatures in the low, maybe moving into the mid-90s today, and very humid. And that kind of hazy cloud cover that was here when the game started is burned off for the most part. Here's Andy Rodriguez. And a strike right on the outer edge from Brad Lord on for the 2nd inning. He's retired the first 4 he's faced.
It's too hot for the tarps off crew even.
Yeah. They were out here yesterday swinging a foul, 2 strikes. And they've been in that 3rd deck and right congregating. Yeah, it's kind of novel at first. You go, oh, wow, nice hot summer day. And then you kind of, boy, it's been hot. And now today it's just like, all right, enough of this. When's the weather going to break? Well, Donnie Kelly's going to come out with an athletic trainer here and look at Andy Rodriguez.
I think he fouled that ball off his back leg, like right around the left hip area. I mean, that's where he reached at first.
Yeah, kind of bending his hips from side to side. Joel Harris taking a look at him. And he's going to stay in the game. Yeah, you'd like to think that the only maladies that any player has are the players that are on the injured list. That's just never the case.
Yeah, he did foul the ball off his left leg, but it was his left calf, but he was reaching at his hip.
2-strike pitch. Ball golfed and through a base hit. The bat almost perpendicular to the ground when he hit that ball through a hole at the second base position. He's got a 1-out single. Yeah,
they might take him out. He didn't get down to first very well. And that was a ball that was hit kind of right of second base, and the outfielders were really far from it to the point where I'm thinking if you get around and go hard, you might have a chance at a double, but he barely got to first base.
And right away, Donnie Kelly came out of the dugout and went to the home plate umpire to make a replacement. So it's going to be Henry Davis to run for him. And Andy Rodriguez is coming out of this game.
And he's definitely limping and favoring that left leg.
So if we get any update on Andy Rodriguez, I'll pass that along to you. Davis, pinch run, and he'll go in to catch the rest of this game. Now Jared Triolo, who came on as a pinch hitter in the 5th. He batted with 2 on and 2 out and flied out the only pitch he saw. And there's a strike now. Playing in right field. Pirates 4, Nationals 4. We're in the 8th inning, 1 out. Triolo batted for Tyler Callahan. He is the emergency catcher for the Pirates, and now he's not in this game, so only 1 catcher left. Swing and a miss. And 2 strikes. I mean, there's 1 catcher anyway. Callahan's not a catcher, but even their emergency catcher is not in the game. So hopefully Henry stays okay rest of the way. 2 strikes. Lord ready in the pitch. Way outside to Triolo, 1-2.
I would guess that Triolo would be our emergency catcher.
That happened one time. What was it? Josh Van Meter.
Colorado.
Had to catch. Was it Colorado?
I think so.
One time recently. It's happened more than that. Overall, the swing and a foul back. And that was because Andrew Knapp was a Pirates catcher, and he got ejected.
That's right.
It wasn't because 2 Pirates catchers got hurt. 1 got hurt and 1 got ejected prior to that. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-2. Hollering from the bench. The names that pop into your head.
I would have never guessed that.
I haven't thought about Andrew Knapp in a while. Part of the revolving door that was the early 20s Pirates.
It was that recent.
Oh, yeah. That was maybe the 22 season. 21 or 22. Here's the pitch. Swinging the ground ball right up third, ticking off the glove of Meade, and the umpire deadens the ball. It's incidental, and so Davis can only advance to second on the base hit by Triolo.
Yeah, that's a double for sure.
Bruce Dreckman has to stay along the line to rule whether it's fair or foul on that ball that was right up the line. And the Pirates hollering at him, hey, why don't you get out of the way? But he's got to stay along the line until he can discern whether it's fair or foul. Then he can get out of the way, but by then it already ticked off Meade's glove and off of his foot.
Yeah, and that's a play where I'm not saying Davis was going to score, but he might have had a chance of being sent around third. I mean, that was right down the line. It was going to die probably before it got to the left fielder. That would have been interesting.
That's a great point. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be challenged by the catcher, Millis. And it was not seen. He tapped on his helmet, indicating challenge. No challenge is allowed by Mark Wagner. They have 1 remaining. So Mangum didn't seem like he waited too long. Not sure. 1-0 on Mangum. First and second for the Pirates with 1 out. Mangum has driven in a run today already. The pitch, swinging a foul.
Watch out. Wow.
Right into the Pirates dugout.
Everybody's okay, thank goodness. That was in there in a hurry.
One and one on Mangum. Lead runner Davis at second. Go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. Pirates 4, Nationals 4. See if Mangum can pick up his second RBI today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's late. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the fastball, again, it's not overpowering. That one, 95. But it has that late life, gets through the zone.
One and two on Jake Mangum. Lord, very high ground ball percentage. Here's the pitch. And The ball popped foul to the left. He's looking to try to get one here to get out of this. Mangum very fast. And batting left-handed here against the righty. Has that head start to first.
Wood pretty deep in right field, despite Mangum. I'm not a power guy, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. And you think outside 2-2, and you think, you got the go-ahead run at second base in the 8th inning of a game.
Yeah, I mean, he's back there.
I'd cheat in a few steps, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
Two and two.
Left fielder in a bit. Center fielder, maybe a step or two too deep.
From 1-2 to 3-2 now on Mangum. Full count. Mangum hitting at 308. Davis at second. Triolo at first. 1 out. 8th inning. Pirates 4. Nationals 4. Right-hander Brad Lord for Washington. Delivers. Mangum strikes out. No, sorry. Fouled it away. Boy. Ball left the bat in a hurry. He has such an unorthodox swing. Lost it for a minute as it fouled along the screen. The wire of the screen there.
Yeah, he's in his protection mode, too. It's such a late swing that he's basically hitting it out of the catcher's mitt.
Still 3-2 on him. Here's the pitch, and he'll take the walk. What a good at bat by Mangum to fill the bases for the top of the order.
Yeah, I'm shocked by the pitch selection there. He's trying to backdoor a slider. Mangum having a hard time getting the bat out against the fastball.
By the way, something to point out: Millis challenged the first pitch. It was in the zone. It was a slider that was in the strike zone, and for whatever reason, that was not allowed for the challenge, and it made it a 1-0 count.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I don't understand why that would happen, unless it wasn't immediate enough.
So Griffin will bat with the bases loaded, and the Pirates really need to take the lead right here in this 8th inning. Deep enough fly ball does it. Here with 1 out. Davis at third, a decent runner. No action in the Pirate pen. Soto, a very crisp 1-2-3 7th on 7 pitches. Can Connor Griffin come through? Bases loaded. The pitch. Way inside, ball 1. The fastball really running in on the righty batter. Been one of the toughest limiting righty power all year. Lord delivers, swinging a foul. That really caught him deep.
That's what I'm talking about as far as like the deception on this fastball. I mean, now that's 2 balls in the last 2 batters that have went rifling into the opposing dugout.
1-1. Bases loaded. The pitch. Strike on the outer edge, and Griffin will challenge. Pirates have 1 remaining.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter's challenging.
This would flip the count big time with the bases loaded.
Call is confirmed. Pittsburgh has no challenges remaining.
And considering the game circumstance, if you think you got it, go for it.
Yeah, with the bases loaded there, yeah, that's not, you don't mind that challenge. The ball away to Connor, it seems like, lately it's looking far away to him.
Here's a 1-2. Down low and away that time, 2-2.
And what I mean by that is when he first got here, he was reaching the pitch out over the plate and driving it, quite frankly. That's most of his damage was done out over. Lately, we've seen him not getting to that pitch. In fact, struck out in the 6th on a breaking ball on the outside corner.
2-2, swinging a foul back. He laid off the 1-2 slider. Came back with that 2-seamer again. Did Lord? He's got to treat this like it's a full count right now with the bases loaded in a tie game in the 8th inning. Got to come in with strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Griffin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Just trying to battle against that fastball.
Yeah, you just try to shorten it up. You try to figure out, why can't I get to it? Why can't I get to it? You know, he's battling up there and doing what he can to put it in play. The left side's back, the right side's in. So if he does hit a grounder to the left side, they will try to turn 2.
Here's the pitch. Grounded past first. Base hit. Davis is in. Triolo scores. 2-run single for Griffin. Pirates up 6-4 in the 8th.
What a huge hit. Connor Griffin, again, it's another fastball that he catches deep. This time he's able to keep it fair. The first baseman, Garcia, is off the line and playing in, so had little time, pretty much no time to react. By the time he took a step to his left, that ball was by him, and that's what you talk about. So what? You can't get to the fastball, can't get the barrel out. You put it in play, who knows what's going to happen.
And 2 pitches before, that's when Garcia came in. At first base, he was playing more of a normal depth, and it was about even with the bag right there. Pitch swung on a miss, strike 1 to Brandon Lau. First and third, 2-run single for Griffin. Pirates lead 6-4 here in the 8th. And, you know, Callahan with that hit in the second inning passed a drawn-in infield. Mangum passed a drawn-in infield. In the second inning. So the Pirates go up high 1-2. Before that, he was in normal position, but maybe halfway between the two.
Yeah, and that you can do. That way you can go halfway and still have a chance, if it's not hit hard enough, to get the force at home.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Brandon Lau. The Pirates taking advantage. They have a 6-4 lead here in the 8th. The pitch. Lau swings and launches one to deep right field. This ball is back, and it'll get out of here. Home run for Lau. What a big inning for the Pirates. Brandon Lau with a 3-run homer. 5 runs here in the 8th. And now they're demolishing the Nationals 9-4. What about this lineup this year for the Bucs? Wow.
That is amazing. I mean, we're 1 strike away from thinking that they're not going to score here. Bases loaded. 1 out. And then Connor Griffin with that great eye-hand coordination and that big hit. And then the fastball that nobody can catch up to against Lord. Brandon Lau could catch up to it. That was absolutely blistered.
And it's a 5-run lead just like that.
Yes, just like that.
Incredible. Lau with his 21st home run. A sheet shot into right, just getting over that short wall in right field.
And they have a guy up in the bullpen, and he was ducking out of the way. That ball went out there in a hurry and ricocheted off the sidewall.
And whoever that guy is coming in. Oh, that's Justin Lawrence, the former Pirate.
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, he's going to be coming in as Blake Butera says that's it. Brad Lord is done. And very quickly, the Pirates, a strike away from going into the bottom of the 8th in a tie game, have a 9-4 lead here in Washington. We're back after this on the Pirates Radio Network. 2 strikes. Still only 1 out. Lord needed 50 pitches to get 4 outs.
Wow.
Shows you what the Pirates have done. Remember, he had a 1-2-3 7th inning. What a grinded out inning. And if we get any word on Endy Rodriguez, we'll let you know. He came out for a pinch runner. Reynolds wanted a challenge, but the Pirates are out of challenges. So 2 outs. And now Ace Marilyn Valdez 0 for 4 coming up. 9-4. Pirates lead in the 8th.
And Ryan Reynolds doesn't challenge often. He thought for sure that was away. We're looking at the replay. It did catch the outside corner.
Here's the pitch. And it's on the inner edge for a strike to Valdez. So Griffin, a 2-run single. Next batter, Brandon Lau, 3-run home run. 9-4 Pirates. And a wave and a miss, 2 strikes. Not that it never happens, but the Pirates had lost 4 games this year when they'd had at least a 4-run lead. 5-run lead twice, a 6-run lead once. So 4 different times. Doesn't look like it's going to be today, though. Here's the pitch. And it's outside 1-2. Bend but don't break. We saw Matson do that in the 6th. And boy, what a mess Montgomery inherited. Bases loaded, nobody out in the 5th inning. And the only run he allowed was on a ball to the shortstop. That's to the backstop there, 2-2. That Griffin had to dive for, and Wood tagged from 3rd and scored on. So great job by the Pirates pen.
Yep, indeed. Especially Mason Montgomery. Can't forget that job he did.
And Soto putting up the first 1-2-3 inning by any Pirates pitcher today in the bottom of the 7th. He's the pitcher of record now. Pitch in tight, 3-2. Sweeper didn't sweep. Just now somebody getting up in the Pirate bullpen. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Valdez strikes out for a 4th time today. But the Pirates erupt for 5 runs here in the 8th. Griffin, the 2-run single, and then the 3-run home run by Brandon Lau to the bottom of the 8th in Washington. It's 9-4 Pirates here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light. Is in the lineup. Soto returns after a 7-pitch 1-2-3 7th inning. Pirates now lead 9-4. Dalen Lyle hits a liner, caught at second, 1 pitch and 1 out. So 8 pitches and 4 outs for
amazing.
Soto.
Yeah, you love to see it too, because you look at the situation, and for one, Soto sat there a long time, and he's pitched more than one inning before. It's been a while. I think you got to go back to May, but you wonder, sitting for 20 minutes for a guy that's used to one pitch, how's he going to do?
So he has a first out, and the first one is outside, ball 1 to Dylan Cruz. Cruz batted with second and third and 2 outs in the 5th against Mason Montgomery in a tie game at that point, and Montgomery got him to fly out. That's inside 2-0. The righty batter against the lefty pitcher, and just a really good job by Montgomery, as you pointed out. 19,587 here today in Washington on the 5th of July. There's a swing, fly ball, deep left field, and it's going to be above the bullpens for a long home run. Dylan Cruz has hit lefties very well this year, and that's what I was trying to point out with Montgomery able to get him out. He has torched lefties this year, and now it makes it a 9-5 game. Pirates lead by 4 in the 8th.
Yeah, so what? He knew he was getting the fastball, got it. Got the bat hit out.
One out for Jose Tena, who's 2 out of 3.
And Soto just continues to fill up the zone.
5th home run off Soto. Here's the pitch. And back with a strike. So 0-2 following the home run by Cruz, his 6th. One out, nobody on, and the pitch is outside. 1-2. Johan Ramirez. He's standing in the Pirates bullpen on the mound, throwing occasionally. Bibas dropped his bat in the on-deck circle. That was the sound you heard. That's a swung-on ground ball up first. That's another weird sound. That's a one-handed offer almost to release the bat by the time it made contact. And you don't have a good grip on the bat when it makes that sound. Hollow sound to it.
You basically your top hand's off, straight off the end of the bat.
Soto on a 1-2, check swinging a ball up and in. 2-2 on Jose Tena. Pirates lead 9-5. We're in the 8th inning. They look to take the series and make this a 4-3 road trip, and move even with the Nationals as they get a little closer in that wild card picture. 2-2 in tight. 3-2 on Tena. Sounds like there's been a college football game that started somewhere around the 5th inning.
Yeah, where's that coming from?
One of these streets behind here, maybe in front of a condo complex. 5th of July party, the pitch. And there's a walk. After being ahead 0-2, Tena walks, or I should say Soto walks him. Soto was ahead. Donnie Kelly's going to come out right now. Might have had a predetermined pitch amount that he wanted to limit Soto to. That's 17 pitches there, or 18? I think 17. He's going to talk with Soto here. He has in motion for Ramirez. And he'll leave Soto in for one more hitter, perhaps 2 more. He's had 18 pitches.
Yeah, I'd have been surprised. He's just making sure he's okay. Again, that long wait in between innings.
So line out on the first pitch, home run, then a walk. Pirates lead 9-5 with 1 out here in the 8th for Yorbi Bibas, and now it's going to be Andres Chaparro, who batted for Garcia yesterday. He'll bat for Bibas here once Donnie Kelly didn't make a pitching change. But he still can.
Yeah.
He can go get Ramirez right now if he wants to. Interesting. Doesn't look like he's going to. Chaparro, a 167 hitter. He's 8 for 48 with a home run, 3 doubles.
Yeah, very interesting.
And the pitch, outside ball 1. As a pinch hitter, he's 2 for 4. Got him yesterday when he pinch hit for Garcia. Again, Garcia was the tying run in that game in the 7th in a 5-1 affair with the bases loaded, down and in, 2-0. So they must really like Chaparro. Didn't counter, though, with the right-hander. They got the switch-hitting Millis, the backup catcher, next. Half swing and a ball in. No swing, 3-0. And then you got the 2 lefties, really dangerous hitters, Wood and Garcia.
You don't want to see walks.
9-5 Pirates were in the 8th. The pitch. Back with a strike. Now 3-1. Soto puts on Chaparro, then the tying run's on deck. And you got the big hitters who are going to bat today one more time. Here's a 3-1. Swing and miss way out in front. That might have been ball 4. 3-2. Chaparro pinch hitting for Bibas.
Yeah, he was sitting dead red fastball. Didn't get it. Got the slider.
1 out. 3-2 from Soto. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Threw him. Breaking ball in the zone that time.
And again, way out in front. Looking to hit the ball to the subway station.
And now Millis came on as a pinch runner for Ruiz in the 6th inning. We're now in the 8th. 9-5 Pirates. Soto coming home. First pitch, strike at the knees to Millis. Millis batting for the first time today. Hitting at 185. Couple of home runs. Switch hitter batting right. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front. 2 strikes. Soto was behind 3-0 on Chaparro and was a ball away from putting the tying run on deck with the big hitters coming up. Now he's a strike away from getting out of the inning with Wood to lead off the next inning. And he strikes out Millis. What a great rebound from Gregory Soto. Gives up the home run, but that's it. And the Pirates still lead by 4 through 8 innings. 9-5 Pirates here on the Pirates Radio Network.
Get fired up.
Here's Ryan O'Hearn facing Justin Lawrence. And it's outside for ball one from Lawrence. Connor Griffin broke a 4-4 tie in the 8th inning with a 1 out, 2-strike, 2-run single. And then Brandon Lau followed with a 3-run homer. Outside, 2-0 on O'Hearn. 1 for 2 with 2 walks today. Fouled away. Now 2-1. Now it's Dennis Santana warming in the Pirates bullpen.
It's amazing. I mean, Lau with 21 homers, now 20 of those as a second baseman. But there's only been 2 Pirate players in their history play second and hit 20.
Outside, 3-1. Maz hit 19. That was his most. The last Pirate to outright lead second baseman in Major League Baseball.
Ryan Sandberg?
In home runs.
Ken?
Pirate, I'm sorry. I should have rephrased that. That's ball 4 to O'Hearn. The last Pirate second baseman to lead all second basemen in Major League Baseball in second baseman home runs by second baseman. Okay, now that's better. I'm clearer on that. Was Maz.
Yeah.
And back in 60, the year that they won it. And he had 11 that year.
11.
That's inside ball 1. Yeah, middle infielders didn't hit home runs.
That was the interesting thing, too, yeah. Shortstop, second baseman, mostly light hitting, not much pop, slick fielding.
And for a long time in baseball, the double play was valued more than, let's say, power from those spots. There's a strike. 1-1. Kind of changed in the 90s. And there have been some really good home run hitting, especially shortstops. With some second basemen in there, too. Here's a 1-1. He had a strike at the knees, 1-2. And Lau has hit as many as 39 in the season.
I know. That's amazing.
A lot of home runs. Let's see, Giles is the last to hit 39 as a Pirate. 40 is Stargell in 73, if I remember right. Lau's got a shot to get there. There's a 1-2. Swinging the ball. Hit the other way to right. Tailing away from the right fielder Wood. It'll go into the corner. Bang off the sidewall out there. O'Hearn heading into third. It'll be held there. That's a double. Throw is offline. No further advance by the Pirates runners. That's a double for Nick Gonzalez. Another 3-hit day for Nick. What a road trip he's had.
Man, is that something else? It's incredible. It doesn't matter who's up there. You know, Lawrence, tough on righties. Not tough on Nick.
So he's 3 out of 4 with a walk today. And they'll bring the infield up. Henry Davis batting for the first time. Second and third, nobody out. First one's in for a strike to Henry.
Is that now 13 hits for Nick on this road trip?
Is that what you got?
I got 13 hits.
Wow. Pretty good 7-game stretch.
13 for 27.
Wow, there's a 0-1 is swinging a liner over short, base hit past that drawn in infield. And O'Hearn will score, and Gonzalez comes in. How about Henry Davis? He's been better with runners in scoring position lately. 2-run single right there. 11-5 Pirates.
And it was a breaking ball, the big sweeper from Lawrence. And, of course, Henry has caught Lawrence a bunch, whether he's looking for it or not, but it was a good sweeper as well. It was down and away in the zone. Hit it like he was looking for it.
Really encouraging to see that kind of swing from Henry Davis.
Yeah.
And so 2-run single. Davis picking up RBIs 23 and 4. Pirates leading 11-5 here in the 9th. Here's Triolo, 1 for 2 today. Takes outside for ball 1. Pirates have scored 7 runs since there was 1 out in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. And breaking ball strike. Nationals came from down 4-0 to tie it. And it stayed that way until Griffin put the Pirates ahead, and Lau immediately followed with a 3-run homer. Here in this inning, walk double and a 2-run single by Henry Davis. No action in the Nationals pen. Swinging a soft ground ball to second. Take it to the bag, throw to first, and Triolo narrowly thrown out. A 4-3 double play. And 2 are gone in the Pirates' 9th inning.
Yeah, I thought that it was a little bizarre to not flip it to Abrams. Second baseman had to retreat to touch the bag at second, but had just enough time.
So 2 men gone for Mangum. He'll get a 5th plate appearance for the number 9 hitter, because the Pirates are riding high now, 11-5 over these Nationals. Going to come home 4-3 on the road trip and look to try to get things going back at home again. Here, the pitch, and that's outside for ball 1. The Pirates with a win today would get back to 500 on the road, and when you do that, that's always kind of that good denominator of a good team and have a better home mark, but we'll deal with that on Tuesday. Comebacker stabbed at by Lawrence, and a throw on to first for the final out. Pirates get 2 more off the bat of Henry Davis. Bottom of the 9th coming up from Washington. 11-5 Pirates on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Indeed. 38 appearances for Santana. This is number 39. 2 wins, 3 losses. ERA of 4.95, 32 hits and 36 1/3. 19 walks, 33 punch-outs. Opponents hit .230 against them.
Basically, the top of the Nationals order: Wood, Garcia, and Meade. And it looks like, remember, Soto came in a tie game. It looks like more and more Soto is being used in the role that he was in to begin the season. And Santana looks more and more like he's in the role that he was to begin the season.
Yeah, finishing things up. He has been pitching better of late. So, yeah, I mean, Donnie, I think, is more comfortable with matching up, especially with as good as Soto has been against lefties.
Wood is 0 for 2 with 2 walks today. Takes the first pitch strike. Now, Santana was warming in a save opportunity sometime in the last week or so. Pirates added on, so it came on. It wasn't a save, but it tells you, the confidence that he has again. A swing and a foul back and 2 strikes. And Soto had a bumpy June, but then since he's been back in this role, now he's back to where he had been, really dominant for most of this year. Here's an 0-2, swinging a ball hit the other way on a line to the left and caught by Mangum on the run, 1 out. That's pause 10 for the ID on the Pirates Radio Network. (11-5), the Pirates lead. Last half of inning number 9 from Washington. The Pirates are a couple of outs away from making it a series win and a winning road trip.
When's the last time a Pirate pitcher has picked up a save?
That's a strike. I think June 16th. It would be Soto. Does that sound right to you? I'm just going off memory.
I'm back to June 21st, and I'm looking now.
You could look right here. It was Majinski sooner than that. That's on the 24th. Swinging a foul, 2 strikes.
But like a ninth, that was that was like a 3 or 4 inning save.
It was the 16th with Soto in Sacramento. Like a real save.
Yeah. That's something. And it's a lot of games have been lopsided. Just, multiple, this offense scoring a bunch of runs. When they win by more than 3.
0-2 is swung on and skied in the air center field. Billy Cook underneath it. He has it for the second out. Or like I said, maybe in the 8th inning it's close. They get a closer up and then they add on and then take it out of safe territory. And the Pirates came into today 7th in run differential. Your runs scored minus the runs you've allowed. 7th highest out of the 30 teams, and that's going to go up. Win by 6 today if the score holds, the pitch. And behind Meade for ball 1. It's happened to him a couple times now, back-to-back at bats. Or maybe that was the Chandler at bat. Yeah, so 2 out of the 3 at bats. Meade's had one thrown behind him. Ball 1, 2 outs, nobody on. Pirates leading 11-5 in the bottom of the 9th. Santana unfurls the pearl, and there's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Could that be a World Cup party?
Ooh.
Here's the pitch. Strike 1 and 2. You're our weather and World Cup correspondent.
Yeah, I doubt World Cup. I want to see that's not till later, like late Mexico. Oh, there is a game on now. Son of a gun. Brazil and Norway. Mexico and England later tonight. I'll watch that if we can get out of here.
And it will not be permitted by Carlos Torres. He says check swing. 2 and 2. Chris Meade will get to see at least another pitch. 11-5, Pirates on top. 9th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Dennis Santana trying to wrap up the Pirates win. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball to third, past the diving try of Gonzalez and into left for a base hit. Meade will turn first and realize that they're down 6 runs and get back to first base. And that throw coming in, and it was offline as Mangum just wanted to get it in quickly, and Lau had to dive to keep it from going any farther.
Yeah, well, you can't really run into an out down this many late. A lot of times that would be a double. Tie game, he's probably going for it. But that wasn't the time to do it.
Here's C.J. Abrams facing Santana, swinging a foul right back, and strike 1. 11-5, the Pirates lead. Pirates out hitting the Nationals 13-10. Meade not being held on at first. And at 0-1, swinging a foul back, 2 strikes. And the Pirates a strike away from securing the win and a winning road trip.
Yeah, that's a good start to this stretch. Facing a lot of good baseball teams.
Here's an 0-2. Swinging a pop-up back behind the plate. Davis pushing the home plate umpire Wagner out of the way, and they'll go into the seats anyway. 2 strikes. Yeah, the Pirates have, depending on, teams might go under 500, but when it all started, about a month's worth of games where every opponent is 500 or better for the season. So you're playing teams that are, in essence, as good or better than you. Here's an 0-2, and it's inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Pirates, to get ahead of them, got to have a good stretch here. Last time that they had a winning record against 500-plus teams was 2015. Last time that they were 500 or better on the road was 2015. Last time they made the playoffs was 2015. Swing, fly ball, deep right. Triolo back toward the tall wall with room. And he'll make the catch right up against the wall. That's how the game ends. The Pirates beat the Nationals 11-5. They take 2 out of 3 and make it a 4-3 road trip in Philly and in D.C. Our post-game show is coming up right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.